Cigar Company is your one-stop shop for all your cigar needs. Whether that's a brand new humidor, a box of those new cigars you've been waiting for, a top-of-the-line cutter or lighter, a place to enjoy the finest cigars and spirits with friends, or the only cigars grown right here in the Sunshine State, we've got you covered. Come visit one of our retail locations for the ultimate cigar experience. Visit us online at coronacigar.com.
How about that cigar?
How about that cigar?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cigars of Baseball 2025. We are live here at CHS.
We are live.
Live. And as you can see, that there is a very bright backlight behind us because that's the real world.
That's outside, yes.
That's outside. That's where people, do stuff. In particular, right back there, they're playing baseball.
Yeah.
Live on the field because this is Cigars and
baseball.
Baseball.
And by the way,
2025
cigars. I'm smoking.
How does this work, you guys? Are you guys gonna be going
well,
live
look
on
at
the
you.
air?
How you doing there, sweetie pie?
Tony, we're on the air.
Oh,
Tony
you're
from
live
Crux.
right now?
Yeah.
Well, you might as well.
Go sit down.
You
Go
need to
sit down.
sit. You need to
What
sit
are you
down.
smoking?
I'm smoking a Crux Habano. Thank you very much.
Oh, man.
So Cigars of Baseball 2025, and the gates just opened for the VIP guests.
And so what does that make us since we were here at 10?
VUP, very unimportant people.
So Tony, I see you got your Crux shirt on. So do you work for Crux? You know somebody in Crux? I'm smoking a Crux Habano, which is my absolutely favorite Crux there is. And then second is what you're smoking.
I'm lighting up my favorite Crux.
What is it? Tell the fans.
Connoisseur number 4.
That's my favorite Crux. But I also love the Epicure Habano, which I'm going to light up right now.
Huh.
Love it. Thank you guys
Let's
for
see
being
your
here.
size and let's see mine. Mine is bigger.
That's always been true. It's okay. It's okay. I'm secure and I feel good
So we were
about the size
Tony,
of my cigar.
We were talking to you a little earlier when you guys were setting up your booth here, and you have your cousin. You have a nice surprise, Beecham.
Yes.
That came up, and I think you got 2-3 other people up there.
It's going to be the trio of.
You got to speak up because I don't have a headset.
Oh yeah, okay. I can hear myself really good. We got the trio of Hogans.
Yeah.
Jeff, myself, and Casey. Beecham is here, and then Ben as well from Tobacco Grove's gonna be helping.
Ben is a sexy motherfucker.
He is. He's awesome.
So is this your? Where are you going?
Without these.
You don't need that?
I mean, I feel like I'm yelling.
Use it. Don't worry, I forgot about mine.
Okay.
So,
You're good. All right.
You're good.
Just talking to the mic. Deal.
Talking to the microphone. You're used to that.
Yes.
I just can't hear the shit you're giving me now. That's just perfect.
So give me the rundown of what we're going to talk about tonight.
Cigars and baseball.
Okay, that's it. All right. I thought you were going
like
to keep
baseball?
it. Yes,
Baseball's
I love
been
baseball.
Very good to you.
Very good to me. Who's playing today?
It is the
Outlaws.
Lakeville.
I saw Outlaws on one of the jerseys.
The same team that played last year.
Loggers
I believe so.
They're doing the doubleheader?
I believe so.
Perfect.
Yeah. And we're hoping that the weather holds out.
We'll
be good.
Everything I saw some radar recently that it looks like we're going to be.
I talked to Jefe.
Oh, you talked to El Jefe?
I talked to Jefe, and
Nice.
he said we're going to be good all day.
10
Until
o'clock,
8
it'll come through.
8 o'clock, it's going to rain.
No, after party.
No, after party. It's got to be 10.
We
Yes.
can move the after party down here.
We could.
We can mobile.
We can punt.
Fair.
Move the after party down here. I'd be all right with that. Honestly, though, as humid and kind of warm as it is, I wouldn't mind getting rained on a little bit later. But after the show's over.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got shelter here.
And you're
So,
good.
Tony,
Yeah.
Yes.
on a personal note,
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, congrats, brother.
Congrats,
Thank you.
brother. That's
No-
awesome.
Number 3 is here.
Wow.
Sorry about that noise, guys.
Third and final.
Final, you
Yes.
sure?
Well, I mean,
What did she say?
she would have more, but I'm getting snipped. So
Yeah.
as long
Four's
as
a good number, though. Four's a good number.
So it's 2.
Too late for
Two's
two.
a great number.
2's a great number
Two's
as
a great,
well.
but three's a great number.
3's a great number.
We had our second, and I was like, honey, I'm gonna go in and get snipped. She's like, well, just let's wait. And then just as she was about to the point, after a year or two, and she was at the point where she's like, yeah, I think it'd be a good idea for you to go in and get snipped. then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I'm pregnant, by the way."
Wonderful.
And I was like, "Okay, cool. We got a third. This is awesome." But honestly, Eli, he's our youngest. He's an absolute.
You wouldn't change it for the world.
No, not a thing. No, he's best surprise ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my last one, too.
And then I got snipped.
I mean, I was an oops baby, so yeah.
So you know what's good about me not having a headset? I can get up and leave whenever I want.
That's true. That's true. Except
no cord.
if you do, you'll get fired. So
I really need to pay too.
yeah, I pay. I mean, how about that cigar pay is through the roof. I mean, I get so rich from this podcast.
I just bought my first Lamborghini from your pay.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's right.
It was a car. It was a Matchbox, but
What am I missing out on over here?
Yeah, I don't. I don't get paid, and these guys don't get paid either.
No.
Well, trips now and again.
yeah.
But you guys add so much to
I
the
can't
cigar
hear you.
community. Perfect. This is
I
the
read
way I
your
like
lips.
it.
I read
This is
your
the way
lips.
I like it.
I love you, buddy. That's all I can see.
I was saying how much you guys add to the cigar community in Minnesota. I mean, I love how you are an ambassador,
Thank you.
not just on the show, but you guys travel the lounges. You support everybody, which is awesome. You guys are awesome.
My bank account doesn't like it, but
It's true.
you know,
Cigar Coops in the comments. How about those Phillies? Yeah, the Phillies are killing it right now.
How about those twins?
how about you mean the St. Paul Saint twins?
The Polads need to sell the team. I went last night to watch your Yankees beat up on them.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I'm not going to Yankees game anymore. I went on Monday and they lost. So, and then I didn't go the last two nights and they
10-9.
won.
Yeah, 10-9. I went to the wrong game. That was an entertaining game.
No, when I went, they lost 7-0. And Dax kept just looking at me too.
Oh,
He was taking pictures of me. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm not upset because they lost a little bit, but I'm upset the way they played.
Twins are great against the Yankees as long as it's not playoff baseball.
Yeah. I mean, if you call it 2-1, great, but
Yeah, for our season, we'll take that.
this season. Yeah, you and I were just talking last night about this.
You sell half the team at trade deadline.
yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
And they bring up half the St. Paul Saints.
They are. Literally.
I mean, Phillies, Brewers, Dodgers. Those are the top three teams in baseball.
Who's your one pick right now to win the series then?
Phillies?
Phillies?
Yeah.
Looking tough.
Yeah, they're. I mean, a close second. We were talking about the Dodgers being a playoff team.
They're built
But
for the playoffs.
Milwaukee and Philly are playing so out of their minds right now that I just feel like I feel like LA is not going to have an answer.
I think they are. I
don't
think,
know.
like I said last night to you, they are built for the playoff.
Playoff rotation is
built-
different.
Yeah.
For that.
Well, yeah, and I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch though. Well, except no twins in the playoffs, which weird. A Minnesota sports team didn't make the playoffs. That's weird. That never happens.
Well, the Lynx are still in the championship.
Sweep in the first round.
Road.
That's
Yeah,
they're
they swept. They
looking
won
good.
last night. Nice comeback.
and I appreciate that that's happening. I don't follow that sport, but I appreciate that it's happening. I think it's cool. But I don't follow that sport. So
They're the odds-on favorite to win it all.
So there's a big question out there. Are they going to make this in a Lancero or Corona soon?
That's a big question out there.
In my heart, it is.
it's a big question right here.
Right here.
Not any plans of that in the near future. No.
Okay.
Because this would
I
be
mean-
phenomenal in a Corona.
Well, it's in a Corona already. We have it in a Corona.
Yeah,
There's 4 sizes.
it's not in a Lancero though.
Not in a
Correct.
Lancero.
No Lancero.
My local shop that I go to, Ramsey Smoke Shop, doesn't have it in a Corona. So maybe you should call him and get that in there.
I think you should talk to
You should.
Omar.
I'll let him know that. Omar, if you're watching,
Omar.
I just ordered you 10 boxes. We'll show up Monday.
He's right behind you.
Perfect.
No, I'm kidding. But he is here somewhere. I don't know.
No, he left.
He left?
He had to
left.
get back to the
He had
shop.
to get back.
Oh, right. Okay.
Some people have to work.
Somebody's got to work. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Some people do.
Some people do. But no, smoke that in a Corona. It's delicious.
I got to find him in Corona.
Speaking of Lanceros, though, that passport is right around the corner.
Oh, you're killing me,
The
Small.
cigars have been getting happy in the factory for a very long time, and
When are they hitting the stores?
we are just waiting on dress boxes to get to the factory, which should
I don't
happen
need a
very
dress
soon.
pack. Just give me a bundle.
We're rolling it
Or
out the
sell me
right
a
way.
bundle. Whatever you want to
You're
do. I
not
don't
the
need a
first.
box.
You're not the first person to say that, but
Yeah.
they'll be here very soon.
Nice.
Very soon.
Nice. Yeah, it's exciting to see that come back. That was the cigar that made me fall in love with Crux.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, that and the Nympha.
The
You know,
Nympho?
or way back in the day, like, you know,
Was it called the Nympho?
Nympha.
It's-
Oh, nice.
you guys have been to
Nice.
Mancini's
Look at
in
that.
St. Paul before, but
Oh, yeah.
Am I sharing?
It's a
Yeah, you only get one. We get one.
Deal.
it's an institution.
Man,
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
You go play some pull tabs, have a
Yeah.
steak, have a big martini.
Minnesota institution.
It is one of my favorite date nights
Yeah,
in St. Paul.
Yeah.
By far.
absolutely.
And I did not know that they were selling their own rubs right now. So
That's-
I got some rubs and some hot sauce. for
That
you
is
guys.
awesome.
Go check out Mancini's if you haven't been there.
Yeah, you guys travel to the Twin Cities area. Go to Mancini's in St. Paul.
Great family, great product.
Yeah.
Or at the State Fair, you can check them out at the fair too.
Yeah.
State
You
Fair.
will not be disappointed.
I didn't go
Can't
this
do
year.
the State
Did you
Fair.
guys go to the State Fair?
I went this year. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was a good time.
Yep. I
It's
usually
insanely
enjoy
crowded.
Yeah.
Super crowded.
Okay.
The day we went, there were, I don't know. It was
crowded to the point where you were waiting too long in lines to get the items you desired.
yeah. In some
Okay.
cases, yeah.
Okay.
So like the big ticket items like the cookies, the French fries. By the way, speaking of the French fries, you know the famous booth at the Minnesota State Fair. You know where it's just French fries.
French fries. Yep.
And you can get the little cup up to a big ass
Yep.
bucket. They're different.
This year?
I don't know. Now
They're better or worse?
this is the first year that I had been to the State Fair in about 3 years. So I don't know how recent, but I know the last time I had the fries, they were those dark brown, you know,
Crinkle cut.
no, not crinkle cut, but they're almost like Five Guys fries. You know, where they like cook them twice, kind of like Five Guys, where they get a little extra dark and just super flavorful. They are not the same fries anymore.
Better or worse?
Worse.
Okay.
They're super like they're bland. They don't have that same texture they used to have. And of course they're more expensive than they used to be.
Everything.
Of course, everything is, right?
So, but
There's so many good options that French fries are not what I think of at the fair.
yeah, that's it. And so we just got a little container of them, and I said I'm not going back here in the future.
Are you a big fan of Sweet Martha's cookies?
when they're fresh?
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't get the bucket and bring them home.
Yeah, you bring the bucket home, and they're like, you know, it's like plastic.
It literally is.
By the time it's
You
nighttime.
disagree?
My favorite fries are Freddy's fries.
Okay.
They're the shoelace ones, kind of nice and crispy. Martha cookies, you can throw them. I don't know. I couldn't hear, but Martha cookies, you can always throw in the microwave for about 10 seconds.
I've never tried that.
Brings them back to life.
But one good new food booth at the State Fair that we actually, my wife and I found out about it on Care 11 News. A kid, I believe he's in his 20s or early 30s. I don't recall his name. I feel like a jerk for not remembering his name, but young man with Down syndrome.
Okay.
And put together this food trailer called Greater Tater.
Okay.
And they're like custom homemade tater tots
I'll go get
but they're bigger than regular tater tots.
So are they stuffed with something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got like bacon and cheese and broccoli and cheese and a couple other different types. They were outstanding.
Okay.
I mean,
Put
just
that on my list next.
killer. So yeah, if you go back to Minnesota State Fair, I'm hoping they're back there again. Greater Tater, incredible.
Okay.
Totally worth the wait in line. And there was a long wait in line for that one.
I don't know where that meatball was from, but it fucking was good.
Somebody just shoved a meatball in your mouth.
Somebody just shoved a meatball.
We can't go anywhere without somebody shoving a ball in Raul's mouth. It's
It's sexy. I can't hold it. That was tasty.
Cooper.
So why do you come to Cigars and baseball? What?
This is one of my favorite events year round that I do in the cigar industry. First of all, for the cause of what we're raising money for.
Mm-hmm.
Miracle League is an amazing foundation. But second of all, it's one of the most fun. You get to smoke cigars in a baseball stadium, watch some baseball.
And it's your home state.
Home state, yep. It's 10 minutes from my house, which helps for showing up too. But the amount of vendors out here bringing amazing spirits, beers, food, cigars, the end consumer walks away with an experience here that I think is second to none, you know, from events all across the country.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the growth is crazy.
Yes.
Like 4 years ago, it was a great event, but it was basically just under the concourse here.
Yep.
And now the venue back there, that's where you guys are in the sort of the band shell area. And there's stretching further in every direction than they ever have.
800 people.
800 people.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Which is amazing.
So I love seeing the growth. I love seeing, and of course, seeing familiar faces every year.
Yeah.
You and so many other people that we get to see you throughout the year, fortunately, because at Minnesota shops and stuff. But there are some other people that we really only get to see
at these events.
At Cigars and Baseball or some other multi-vendor event. Yeah. So it's and the silent auction that they have going on here today.
They got some amazing stuff.
I mean, there's some if you're into whiskey or
I put your name down on 10 or so different items. So.
Sweet.
Nice.
I'm telling the wife. You're getting blamed.
But yeah, it's I just love it. And being able to turn around right now, and see
live baseball.
Sorry you guys can't see it because the sunlight is so strong, but there's literally guys down there on this beautiful green grass playing baseball right now. It's America.
I was able to go down there earlier and to play catch with those guys.
Nice. You brought your glove?
No, I bought one of theirs.
Oh, perfect.
Nice. And after about 10 throws, I'm like, oh, that age is catching up.
That was a good warm-up.
I'm so far. Come here, kid.
Yeah. What are you doing? What's this whole 60 feet 6 inches crap? That pitcher's mound's way too far away from the plate. It's not supposed to be that far away. What's of the foods that you've had here? If you've gotten the chance to try some of the foods here at Cigars and Baseball in the past, what are some of the favorites?
JD Hoyt's.
Oh yeah.
Buddy Bowl, you can't go wrong. Yeah. And whatever dessert he has.
And they're right behind you.
Same. Right behind. Yeah, they're right here next to it.
Easy access. Hey, Jim Martin here too. I love it. There was a rib last year. I don't remember from who.
Yeah.
And then there's a Hawaiian stand. Had some killer food.
Okay.
There is, I forget the name of the Italian restaurant that's here. We were next to them last year, and I left here with way too much pasta in me. Mancini's is definitely a hit for me.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of amazing food.
I don't remember the name of the place, and I don't know if they're here this year. They called them pig wings.
Yes, those are awesome.
Yeah. Oh.
And thanks to Boveda, we got an amazing lunch today, which was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Boveda does the, so for those, if you haven't been to Cigars and Baseball yet, and you should come to Cigars and Baseball. If you're a vendor here, they have a vendor or a supporter. They set up a special. Oh, thank you so much.
This is exactly what I was talking about.
Let me grab one more.
This.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is.
Did you hear me? Did you know I was talking about you?
I gave it a look.
But Boveda sponsors this year they sponsored the lunch, and we all get together and talk about the event and learn about what Miracle League's been doing and some things like that, and we get a little motivation from guys like Jim Nash and some of the local shop owners and things like that.
Much.
So it's just an outstanding event. So yeah, if you come here and set up a booth, join everybody at that lunch there. Good afternoon. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm gonna be okay if people just keep bringing me food all day long. I mean, I ain't gonna mind.
What's up, Matt? I'm gonna take this opportunity.
Like the shirt, hate the hat.
What's doing, brother?
Like the shirt, hate the hat.
Go Pack, go, baby.
Where are they going?
Probably the Super Bowl, unfortunately.
To the Super Bowl.
They're fucking looking good.
They got a good-looking team. That Micah Parsons trade was a steal.
Yeah.
Steal.
Yeah. And the fact that Dallas, that Giants game, the Giants-Dallas game, it was fun to watch as a football fan because it was back and forth and high scoring and all that stuff. But the Giants are really bad this year.
Yes.
And to see, and I'm just trying to be nice, they're garbage this year. And to see how Dallas barely squeaked by to win that game. And I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, the Cowboys are going to lose to the Giants right after they gave away Micah Parsons for 2 first-round picks,
Late
And-
first-round picks.
2 late first-round picks,
And
and
a solid defenseman. Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
yeah,
Probably their best D tackle.
definitely.
So we were at the house last night having a cigar, and we were talking about their schedule,
Who's
the
that?
Packers schedule.
Packers.
I can't wait till they play Dallas. They're gonna beat the shit out of them. The
Yeah.
Packers are gonna destroy them.
So looking ahead, the Packers. We were looking at like the next 5 or 6 games.
Vikings got death roll.
The Vikings have a very tough schedule for the next
After they
5
get
games.
back from over the pond, it's
Yeah.
what Packers, Philly. They have a 4-team stretch in a row that they need to put some wins together right now for sure.
Yeah. So and the Packers have Browns, Bengals.
Little sisters of the
Dallas.
poor. Little sisters of the poor.
I mean, we
Yeah.
don't really have a tough matchup on paper, at least, until Philly,
10,
Yeah.
right?
like
Is
week
it
10.
10, 9,
Philly.
10?
Yeah.
Is there going to
Yeah.
be controversy when Carson Wentz comes in, puts up
Yes. We
350 to
talked about that
400 yards a game,
Yeah.
goes undefeated? McCarthy is healthy again. Do they let him keep progressing, which some signs show that maybe wouldn't be a bad thing? It could be
I learned some pretty good facts about him last night.
such as
He's never really played from behind except for that one game against Chicago.
yeah.
He's always been on solid teams,
and he is this year too.
and he's always had
Yeah.
great running backs with great lines.
Our injuries are
Our defense is,
coming a little
Fascinating.
too fast, scary though.
So it's going to be, and then my
Aren't you,
Jets are
are
my
you
Jets.
Jets fans though, right?
My Jets are my Jets. They're,
500 team.
I hope
Okay.
500.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know if the Jets are going to hit 500.
Yeah,
I
guys
think
got to hope.
I think the Jets are going to be
Who would you say is your team,
8
Jets
and
or
9.
Vikings?
8 and 9. I think maybe.
It's 1A, 1B, but if they're
the
playing
Jets
each other,
played the Vikings,
Yep.
who am I cheering for?
Yep.
The Vikings.
Okay.
Really?
now- If the Yankees play the Twins,
Well,
I cheer for the Yankees.
duh. Yeah, you're a Yankees fan,
You know. And the same when the Timberwolves play the Knickerbockers, I cheer for the Timberwolves.
of course.
Now the Islanders are my team because they suck. They're like the Jets. They always suck. And I love the name, and I just grew up watching them. And even though
You're-
the Rangers were good when I was a kid, but
You're a fan out of charity.
When's the last time the Jets were really good?
82, no,
69.
no, they won in 73, so they had to be
Okay,
good. then.
73. Sorry, 73.
They were good when they had Curtis Martin.
Aaron Rodgers had a great season with them.
Oh fuck, I had cancer. How you doing, bud?
Not doing so well with the Steelers. Yeah, I mean he's 1-1,
One and
but
one. That first game, he looked good
he
actually.
did look good in that first game.
So did Justin Fields, and it's terrible. But we'll see what happens
I'm just glad to be a Green Bay fan.
It's a great organization to
It
cheer
is.
for.
until they rip your heart out in the playoffs.
The mighty
Second
NFC
round.
North last year. 0-3 in the playoffs.
0-3 in the exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
So
tough.
It's amazing.
You know,
we
it's
had
like-
3 players, 3 teams in the playoffs, and then we go 0-3.
Yeah.
it's like Coop says, when you're getting all rah-rah about your team in the regular season, he's like, talk to me after the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl and win. Of course, everybody wants their team to go to the Super Bowl and win.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say everybody wants Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl and win. I was like,
So-
whoa.
So let's do some predictions.
Okay.
Who's going to be in the Super Bowl this year?
Green Bay and Buffalo.
Chargers.
I think Buffalo's
Bingo.
finally Chargers. Really?
Chargers.
Okay.
Bingo.
Chargers are going to be a team.
I think it's going to be the Chargers and the Phillies.
The Phillies.
I mean Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Tush pushing their way all the way into the Super
All the
Bowl.
way.
there's something that makes me think that Buffalo's finally going to get over the hump.
I would love to. I love Allen.
Yeah.
Respect him.
I think
Can't be mad.
Josh Allen is phenomenal. He carries that team on his shoulders.
Big regression from the Chiefs this year. I think we're going to keep seeing that all year round.
And I'm not
Very
sad
surprising.
I'm not sad that the Chiefs are 0-2.
No,
Not at all.
Yeah, I'm not sad about it.
they've
Not
had
one
their
bit.
they've had their time. You win 2 in a row. They've had their time.
I mean, in both these first games, and granted, what remind me, their first game was won in it was
They
in
lost
Rio.
to the Chargers.
Yep.
They lost to the Chargers.
Those games when they have to go to like a completely different place on the planet, and whether it's time zones or whether it's culture or whether it's the air
Altitude.
density, altitude, whatever it may, those games really mess with teams.
Oh, for sure.
And so I don't blame them for that first game, although, you know, the Chargers
Went same thing,
Played.
same conditions.
outstanding in that game. But both these games so far, the Chiefs have looked just overwhelmed
Yes.
on offense and defense. They just look like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening.
They
It's
look
too
like they're
fast.
still playing.
Preseason.
Nice.
Yeah.
My man. I'll share with
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Did you get one?
Oh.
Here you go.
Bacon. Look at that. Oh,
I
See?
figure all day long and eat.
this event
Cigars.
is just, it's just the greatest thing ever.
Who needs the state fair? You get all the good food. Right
Honestly, yeah. Who needs to? And you can't. You can smoke cigars at the state fair, but that was another thing too.
You can.
So here's the thing. Now that weed's legal, and even though they have designated smoking areas at the state fair, people are walking around smoking weed all over the fairgrounds.
Really?
So
I don't like.
I almost pulled out a cigar and lit it. And then if somebody, you know, some cop or something were to come up to me and say you can't smoke that, I would just point to my left or right and say, this guy's
Smoking
smoking
weed.
a joint. Right, he's standing right there. He's smoking a joint. Are you going to say anything to him? So yeah, the weed, the whole fair smelled like weed, basically.
So food sales were higher this year.
Yeah. The munchies hit the state fair this year.
Exactly. Dude, I need a corn dog so bad. Yeah, they were selling lots of munchies.
Just leave these products right here to keep advertising. Anybody else want to drop off products tonight? I'm just gonna stick around here. Nothing. Not to you. For us.
I seen you move it over there.
Yeah, just get it on camera for him. He's like, those are going in my pocket. Oh, that's where the camera is? That's where the good one is?
You realize he brought those over and he handed them to Tony.
He
Put
knows.
them there,
He knows.
in between us.
Oh, this bacon
you know
is
what?
crazy good. It's
What's
like
on it?
sweet and spicy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what, Tony, I love you to death, and I understand why you missed our 300, but it still hurt.
It hurt me. I had
So that is the price.
couple sick kids at home. But I love to see the turnout that you guys had there.
It was awesome.
It was amazing.
We were so grateful. There
Yes.
were so many people there. And
The whole
granted,
night went beautiful.
I know a lot of people were there to watch Monday Night Football, not
No.
watch How About That Cigar. I'm good with that.
I think
but
there was 4 guys there to watch football. Everybody else was for us.
I like it. It was awesome.
That's my
honestly.
story, and I'm sticking to it.
It was a killer turnout, and you know, it was a great place to have it too.
Yes.
Because we had never. The Perfect Ash was one of the shops we had never been to in the Twin Cities area to do a show from.
Oh, that was your first time live there.
Yeah,
Patrick
And-
has such a great lounge and stuff up there.
the lounge, and the reason I wanted to do it there is because the whole space is wide open.
Yep.
And so everybody could be in one place at the same time. They have a good selection in their humidor. Plenty of comfortable places to sit. They had TVs everywhere playing the Vikings game. And, you know, just giving love to every shop that we possibly can in the Twin Cities area. And that's one of those places we just haven't broadcasted from yet. So it was nice to be there. And an insane crowd. And Garrett made a special appearance at the end.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So that was cool. And we talked to Patrick and Nate and, you know, some
You should
of our,
watch the show.
What's that?
You should watch the show.
I do all the time. I finally realized that you could never. I was wondering for the longest time. I would always comment just on the wrong platform.
Yes.
I'm like, why do these
The
guys?
Instagram. You guys hate me.
They say hi to everybody else, and here I am waving, saying hi, answering questions. They do not see your comments on Instagram.
No.
oh, yeah.
Yes. So I switched over to Facebook or Rumble.
Rumble.
I'm not on that. Yeah.
Did we do our introduction today? We
No.
jumped right in. We got
Just
it
jumped
right in there.
Yeah,
We'll
we
have to do
did.
it. Howdy, sir.
We did just kind of jump right in.
Wayne? Good to see you.
Sorry, I'm still just absolutely enamored by this sweet and spicy bacon. I can't get enough of it.
Thanks, bud.
Mm.
Hey, old timer, how you doing? See ya. Red's around here somewhere too. When you see him, tell him to bring me some food.
You just did.
Yeah, there's more food out there.
Fair. Fair.
I'm grounded. He said if I leave, I'm going to get fired.
So is this a cheat day for your diet then?
Yes.
Okay.
I worked out this morning.
Perfect.
Got up early.
How many pounds are you down now? You're looking
50.
great. Keep it up. I mean, can't lose
Yeah.
too much more at this point.
Yeah, I can lose about another 15.
Really? Okay.
I'll look like a bobblehead, but I can lose another 15.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, you've been working your ass off to get healthy, and I've been doing the opposite of that.
Justin's been working out too every
Yeah,
morning.
Justin's wasting away.
I'm just chilling.
What do you say?
I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling, he
He's
said.
just chilling. But he's been hitting the gym too. Don't let him fool you.
Yep. Doing the organic diet, you know.
Yep.
Kinds of things to take.
Bacon's organic.
Sure. First time I had bacon in like a month and a half, so there's that.
Nice. It's a cheat day. Cigars and baseball is a cheat
Yeah.
day.
You can't be around all this delicious food and stick to a diet today.
Yeah.
Save that for tomorrow.
And it's free. Well, mostly.
With your
It's part-
ticket.
It's part of your ticket.
Oh, your ticket. Yeah. Here comes Pickle. I love this part of. Bring us food. I love this part.
Food, he says.
I love this part of the show where people walk by and they do it that we know from the neighborhood or
Photobomb.
we know from the community.
Yeah, photo
And we-
bombs.
Yeah,
I
photo
love it.
bombs, and you get to tell them, hey, bring us food, bring us beverages. There's still no non-alcoholic beer here.
I thought there was.
No, I don't. If you find it, let me know because I'll go hit them up.
They got Red Bulls.
They got
Red Bull.
Bulls,
Red
yeah.
Bull, right next to Crux.
Yep.
I put out a message to somebody already
For Red Bull or non-alcoholic beer?
for Red Bull.
Okay. I'll look for some non-alcoholic beer for you too. On my
I want
way
the
back to
watermelon one.
work. Hopefully somebody's at the booth right now.
Beecham's there, and
Perfect.
your cousin,
We're good. All right, that's right.
who I had a great conversation with earlier.
Casey,
Yeah,
it's good to see him. He
Yeah.
came all the way up from Florida to attend this event.
both of them do. Him and Beecham.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Been a while since Casey's been here.
It was a little longer trip than you.
Yes. my 15-minute car ride,
Yes.
not as tough as his.
Are you
2 flights.
are you sticking around for the after party?
I don't know. We'll see. See if the rain holds out. But yeah.
We
Oh,
Nice.
my man.
thank you, brother.
We need to start having people like comment how many plates you eat every time throughout the show.
I'm supposed to share this with
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
yeah. I just gotta.
What number is this?
Right on the
This has to be 4?
Well-
That looks like ground chicken or something. Let's try it. All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm going in.
This is a dangerous one. No napkin delivered with
Yeah,
this one.
This is messy.
Dax, you should come sit down and chat.
Oh, he wants to, but he
Yeah, yeah.
repeats himself a lot.
We're gonna get Dax, and he's a big supporter, a big reason why this event goes so well.
No.
So yes, you can take credit for it. You can take credit where credit's due. I'm gonna wipe off my
I don't wanna
sweat
pick that up and
on
eat
these
it.
for you. It was nice to chat with you guys. I'm gonna come back and photobomb you again and hang out a little later in the night. I'm gonna go get more food.
Can you bring us some Red Bull?
Yeah, I'll get you one. I'll get you one. There's Red Bull.
Thank you, Tony. All right, there he goes, ladies and
All right.
gentlemen. Tony Hogan from Crux
Tony Hogan.
Cigars. Thanks for
Enjoy the
stopping by,
Crux
brother.
Cigars.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Crux Cigars.
What are you gonna do? Get on the show?
Yeah. Burn Crux, not bridges.
There you go.
How many is that?
You know their tagline on this show.
Yeah, I know the tagline.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Dax.
Anybody got a cutter?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
I'm gonna leave now that Dax is here because I've seen a lot of him this week.
Go Twins.
You see what happened the last 2 days?
Nope.
And yeah,
You see what happened in the game that we went to?
7-zip, baby.
yeah, I was sitting there pouting, and you took a lot of pictures of me pouting.
Yeah, they're the best. Some of my best shots.
What?
Hey, guys. Aw, see, I have so many friends that come.
Forgot something very important.
Well, you should.
You gotta
You
have
should
that.
have a bunch of friends here.
This is my friend Jade. This is Adam, her husband, her beautiful husband. Is this for me?
Let's see if it fits.
Nope. Oh, it does, barely. My fat hands.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's so cute. You're the sweetest.
She's got a new hobby. She's making like a good dozen.
Our neighbor goes to Annunciation.
Oh,
She sat next to the gal that was next.
Mike Pfeiffer. They hate us because they ain't us. Talking about the Chiefs.
wow.
I made bracelets.
I don't know.
I made a bunch of
Skull.
I love it. This is awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm going to wear this. I'm going to the game on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
yeah,
You got good seats?
I think so. I paid $300 for them.
They better be
So
good.
they better be good.
Yeah.
So, you guys just get here? Well, no, a little while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got a dirty look because I almost didn't clean my plate.
No,
We live?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live.
Say hi. Look at the camera.
So how,
Hello, everybody.
You're wanted. Now you're gonna be wanted. They're
Cigars
gonna
and
know where we're at.
Baseball 2025.
Ice is coming for you.
My name is Dax Ballinger. I am the MC of Cigars and Baseball 2025.
Have you guys tried this yet?
Right
So Dax, I know it's always a. There's a lot of work, obviously, that goes in. Basically, starting to plan Cigars and Baseball for next year.
Right.
So when you finally get through the hassle and the sweat of getting everything set up this morning, and with an insanely awesome group of volunteers,
Yep, definitely.
and then the gates open, the music starts up, and everybody starts filing in. What's the feeling of what are the feelings that you get when every year when the doors open and that it's here again?
Yeah, it definitely it's definitely pretty emotional, right? So everything, I mean, I'm social media for Cigars and Baseball, so I'm kind of constantly posting and trying to put some content in here and there throughout the course of the year. But obviously as it leads up to the event, there's more posts. As the event comes close to that final week, there's a lot of prepping at the warehouse. There's a lot of getting ready. There's a lot of planning. There's meetings after week after week after week. We do a couple of board meetings during the early part of the year, and then as Cigars and Baseball gets closer, we're month to month, and as it gets closer to that, we're week to week. So, the planning part of it is immense. From the volunteers to the vendors to the beer to everything. There's so many things and so many components. Somebody was telling me today, we were up in the luncheon with you guys, and we were talking about how this thing kind of comes together. Somebody puts the tents out, then somebody puts the tables out, then somebody puts the weights out, and then somebody puts the table covers on, somebody puts the weights on, somebody puts the signs on, and it's just an orchestra of putting it together. And we want this event to be one of the best events you've ever been to if you're a cigar lover, right? So if you go to the Big Smoke, Little Smoke, if you go to PCA, if you go to some of these events, we want it to be as classy of an event as you're going to go to at anywhere, right? So from everything, from the vendors to how the tables are set up to how the VIP looks to, the signage and all that stuff. We want it to be top notch, and that's the vision of Kurt Detlison too. So I won't take any credit for that. That's Kurt's vision of making sure that this event is, if not close or better than any other event they're going to go to. So there's a lot of effort that goes into it, of course, making it that way. When somebody comes up to a table, one of the vendors, it's just not some willy-nilly, everybody has their own tent. We want it to be uniform. We want it to look good. So some of those aesthetics that people don't pay attention to, Kurt's already had in his head. You know what I mean? So I sat in the warehouse last week and I wrapped bricks with aluminum foil. Yeah. You know, it's just the wildest stuff. But just that little piece that people don't pay attention to, it's there, but people don't pay attention to it. But it looks nice, right? So, and then you get to the day, right? We're here, we're putting everything together. Hey, that's one of those bricks.
This is a legendary brick that
legendary brick.
For the last
I
couple
probably wrapped that brick, or at least I supplied the aluminum. You know, so
camera wasn't going over. That's his brick.
That's my brick.
the brick.
So, I mean, all these little details that are, you know, this sign, you know, and the number on the back, you know, things like that that just make this thing flow when it's time to get it together, you know, and everything that goes into the warehouse and then out of the warehouse, how it all comes together. 2 trucks, you know, and Kent, who is the VP of our Cigars and Baseball organization, he puts a tremendous amount of time and effort into this. So the day hits, you know, we do our luncheon, we're excited. But then when that door opens, oh man, when the door opens, we got our sax player playing, people are filing in, right? Everybody's excited. Then it's like the energy changes completely.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like whoosh. It just changes 100%. And that's where like that emotional charge just comes in, you know, because then you think about it like the stuff we talked about at the luncheon, right? That's the powerful stuff.
Yep.
These guys donating their time and their food and their efforts and all that stuff, that makes that power of helping the Miracle Leagues in Minnesota and doing good for others, right? We're here to party, right? And don't get me wrong, we're here to have a good time. We're here to eat good food. We're here to the camaraderie and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's all about, you know, donating $500,000 up to this point to the Miracle Leagues in Minnesota and building baseball fields and playgrounds for kids with, you know, disabilities, physical and mental. So, great question. Sorry, it was so long.
And you mentioned also earlier that just in this past, since the last Cigars and Baseball here in Minnesota, was it 2 or 4 full facilities or 2 full facilities and a couple refits, or what, as far as what's been able to be accomplished and done by Miracle League in the last year?
Oh, well, I mean, every Miracle League, well, first of all, we give $500 to every single one to help, you know, pay their dues that they have to the larger organization.
Yeah.
So we have 14 Miracle Leagues in Minnesota. Each one of those owes $500. We pay for that right away, just off the top. Now, I was telling Brian this from Founder Cigar earlier today. Everybody's at different stages of their builds, right?
Yeah.
Everybody is at different stages of trying to put their fields together, or some of the things that they need. The St. Paul Saints needed some help with some bleachers. We just helped give them some money to make their bleachers compliant. The St. Paul Saints also were taken over by, or the St. Paul or chapter of the Miracle League was also taken over by the St. Paul Saints.
Yeah.
So they really invested tenfold trying to, you know, get that program off the ground. But, you know, we try to donate our funds to where the organization needs the most help. Last year, Prior Lake was groundbreaking. We gave them $30,000, you know, for their organization. They end up having a private donor as well. Gave, I want to say, $250,000 or $200,000 to the Prior Lake organization. They broke ground and cut the ribbon all in 1 year last year,
nice.
or this year.
This year, yeah.
So Prior Lake is going. They're already playing games. The smiles are enormous now.
Yeah.
You know, that's where it is. Like, if you got another thing too, for a lot of the people here, they're having a great time, but you know, the ultimate is like, go see a game at one of these Miracle League fields and know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, the impact that you're doing just by being here is tremendous.
Yeah.
You know, that's special. I've been to a handful of Miracle League games now. You know, we get notified, and then Kurt, our president, helps sponsor the Lakeville chapter. So he's an incredible guy. He's just one of the best, salt of the earth guys.
Yeah.
Kurt Devlitson, president of Cigars and Baseball.
Yeah.
So I just He's definitely a mentor for me.
He's a, if we'll say this for anybody who ever is able to make it to this event, that two things. One, when you come, you have to meet Kirk.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. And two, like Dax mentioned at the lunch, once the event starts, you make sure he's not doing any work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he works so hard in the months and days and hours leading up to the event.
Right.
And when the event starts, you just want him to enjoy,
relax, enjoy
everybody's company, enjoy the food, enjoy the drink.
Yeah.
And because he really has put in an insane amount of work.
Yeah. I mean, and he's thinking about this event every single day of the year.
Yeah.
And how big's your board?
I think our board right now we're up to like 12 or 14 people.
And then you have what, maybe 70 volunteers, 80 volunteers?
Yeah, there's about 60 here today. So one of our board members, Kelly Detlison, who's the wife of Kent, our vice president. She's our volunteer coordinator. She does a tremendous job. We have every board member has a role here, right? Mine is social media. I'm doing the Instagram stuff. I'm doing the Facebook stuff. We have a guy that does our website. Kelly, she's our volunteer coordinator. She does an incredible job as a volunteer coordinator, putting this many people together. And I mean, we're a couple of people up this year, which is so nice because it's gonna give some people some breaks. So yeah, it takes a village. They say.
Yeah.
So it takes a village to raise $500,000 for the Miracle Leagues of Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I'm just proud to be a part of the village. I do a lot of stuff to give back, and this is just another piece for me.
Yeah. And the space, we were talking to Tony about this a little bit. This is our fourth. We've been coming ever since Cigars and Baseball moved here to CHS Field.
Right.
And it's I was telling Raul even before, super early, as soon as we got here, before just about anybody else was here, except for the volunteers who were doing the setup. But we're walking through here, and I say it every single year, that this is the most perfect venue for a summer, early fall cigar event.
Right.
You got, even if you don't like baseball and you don't ever even look out on the field, we've got breeze because we're outdoor, but we're covered.
Right.
There's plenty of power. There's plenty of space for everybody to set up. And also I was noticing the fact that it has expanded so much.
Right.
Talk to us about how, because that first time we were here, not everybody, but almost everybody was under the pavilion.
Yeah.
So talk to us about the expansion and how the growth has been just so heavy.
That's a great question. I really appreciate you even asking me that, because I want to start it off from the beginning. It started off as a HERF.
Yeah.
If anybody, we're on the Cigar channel here, on the Cigar podcast. A HERF is just to get together, smoking cigars with your buddies, right?
There's a giant one here.
Male, female. This is a giant HERF.
Yeah.
Right. So it started off as a HERF at Eagle Street down the road in St. Paul. Kurt Devlison and a bunch of his buddies, hanging out, thinking about what we can do to, let's raise some money.
Yeah.
And then they got a couple restaurants involved. They got Marco V involved. They got a couple of cigar vendors involved. And it just grew and grew and grew to the point where, we can make something bigger out of this thing. We can invite more cigar vendors, right? We can, not just the one guy, not just the two guys. Now let's get 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Let's get 2 or 3 restaurants. Let's get some other vendors in here. Let's talk about lighters and cutters, and let's do all that stuff. And then a few years later, it's after that whole brainchild of we can make something out of this. Cigars and Baseball really started at the Minneapolis Farmers Market. So everybody was undercover. It was a great spot. We had it fenced in, sort of. We can keep it exclusive. And then it went to Medina for a year. They promised us some stuff out there. Ended up being a rainy day. There was supposed to be, because it was raining, a lot of the members of the Medina Autoplex were supposed to have some cars out. We're supposed to have some garage doors up. We're supposed to be a little bit more inviting to our guests. Didn't work out the way we wanted it to work out, and that's okay, right? But Kurt, in his relationship with the Minnesota Twins, then his relationship with the St. Paul Saints, we were able to have it. We talked about it at the luncheon, and this is a little bit what you brought up earlier here in the question. Is that, and I'm just like tickled about this right now because, you heard it, right?
Yeah.
The first year, it was a big undertaking getting it at CHS Field, right? It was a big deal trying to get it here. And then they finally said, okay, let's do it, right? Miracle Leagues, it's tied into baseball, right? So, and then when the St. Paul Saints organization and Tom Whaley, we should tip our hats to him too with the St. Paul Saints, when they saw the event for the first time, from that tiny herb from the beginning to what it is today, and they saw that herb that we're having today,
Yeah.
they're like, this is the event you guys wanted to have here. This was the vision.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, we're on board for year 2. Okay, it wasn't promised,
Right.
but they're like, all right, you know what? We're on board for year 2. Then, we had another event. It was more successful. We got it a little further. This event already went from from the right field to somewhat of the left field. Now
Yeah.
we've wrapped it around almost near center field.
Yeah.
And so, we've had, this is our 4th year here. And Tom Whaley up at the luncheon today said, we'll always have it here
Yeah.
until you guys don't.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
You
That
know
was
what?
Incredible.
Those were powerful words today.
Absolutely.
And I heard it,
Yep.
and I had never heard that yet. I was told that we were promised next year. We already have a date.
Yeah.
But I wasn't told that we will always have it here until you don't. So
What is next year's date?
I want to say it. I'll have to look it up, but I want to say September 14th.
Mark it on your calendar.
Mark it on your calendars, everybody.
I'm doing it right now.
September
17th?
17th. September 17th. Cigars and Baseball 2026.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
2026.
So isn't that? I mean, so that's a great question.
That really is amazing.
And then a little bit of the second part. I'm sorry, I'm running on.
No, it's okay.
But one of the things that's so great about this stadium is that it links it all together.
Yeah.
Miracle Leagues, baseball field, St. Paul Saints, baseball field. All of it is just like,
Yeah.
our organization's called Cigars and Baseball.
Yeah.
It is. If it couldn't be here, I would be so sad because this I feel is our home.
And the fact that, yeah, it's like we're going to have a cigar called, or a charity event called Cigars and Racing.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'd be able to have it at a racetrack.
Right. Right. Exactly.
And we all know that, from communities to, small towns, cities, up to, bigger cities and then states in the country, it's not super welcoming to cigar smokers.
Right.
Because, a lot of people don't, people out in the general public don't care for the smell of cigars and
Right.
things like that.
Right.
But the fact that St. Paul, although they resisted it, the city of St. Paul, although they resisted it at first, they found out what the Miracle League is all about and why this event exists.
Right.
They gave it a chance. They took a shot.
Right.
The St. Paul Saints organization did the same thing. They gave it a chance. They took it. They took a shot.
Yep.
And now the fact that they've been all in for the last 4 years, but now they're like all in.
Yeah.
Like they push all their chips to the middle of the table and are like, we're this is for Miracle League.
Right.
As long
That's a
as you
great
want
way
to be here, you have a home here.
Yeah. That's an excellent way.
For
to say
any organization to say that
I know.
about your charity, to say as long as you want a home here, you have it.
it. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Right. It's
I love
amazing.
it.
And you guys out there, you could see all the people walking by. It's not just a couple people that like cigars and baseball. It's 800 people.
Almost 800. Yeah.
Plus the vendors, plus the volunteers.
Right.
You're pushing almost 1,000, right?
Yeah. Yeah. With our volunteers, our vendors.
Yeah, that's
There's
incredible.
1,000 people in here for the largest Minnesota cigar party. I just wish more people would come.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I
always want more and more.
I have
You always
so many-
want more.
I bet you I have 50 friends here that I've gotten to come to this event. All it takes is the one time.
Yep.
A friend of mine, my friend Ray Noble, great friend of mine, he says, he runs up to me like 3 years ago. And he says, Tex, I had no idea. I said, what? Ray, what? He goes, I didn't know it was this wonderful. I didn't know it was this big. I didn't know it was this well put together. I didn't know you wrapped all the bricks in aluminum foil. You know?
Oh.
But, you know, it's like that kind of stuff. I just got to get him to come here. Just come here once. Everybody, you know, out there. And how about that Cigar Land? If you have a chance to come to Cigars and Baseball one time, I promise we'll blow you away.
Yeah, we'll put you. You'll put it on the schedule, and you'll be here every year.
Every year. Yeah, right.
We got a commenter from YouTube. I want to say hi from Berlin.
Wow.
And wish I was
Awesome.
there with you.
Oh, is that our pal?
That's Jordan from Perfect Dash.
Jordan from yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to tip my head back so I can read text. And I didn't see the name up there, but yeah,
That's
Berlin.
fantastic. Yeah, all the way from Berlin. He was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time How About That Cigar came to Cigars and Baseball.
Me too.
And the event during that day, it was sometime maybe around the halfway point. The event wasn't even halfway over.
Right.
And we said, we are never going to miss, as long as How About That Cigar is a thing,
Yeah.
we will never miss
Isn't it?
Cigars and Baseball.
That's what it's.
Oh
what
my
it's about.
God!
As soon
Hey,
as you
this
come-
is one of your buddies.
That's my pal, mate. One of your buddies.
Guy. This guy.
Yeah, I mean that's what it takes, right, Matt? I mean,
That is
all
what
it
it
takes. It takes
That is
once.
what, yeah,
It takes once.
yeah.
And like I said, everybody out there, and how about that Cigar Land, and anybody in the cigar community, just please come one time.
Yeah.
You know, just please come one time. I
And-
promise.
And for those who are, you know, this is
Oh, geez, sorry.
this this is literally downtown, you know, downtown St. Paul, right by the St.
Yeah.
Paul Farmers Market. You know, and
Hey,
if you're coming from,
you want to buy a raffle ticket?
if
All right,
you're,
come here. Jordan. All right, so we have $1,000. We're putting it on. How about that cigar? If you guys want to donate, you can. But $1,000 cash raffle donated by Wings Financial.
nice.
So our participants are buying tickets for $1,000. We got cigar raffles. We got cash raffles. We got one of the best silent auctions you're gonna go to in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I mean, Christy and Mary put on I've never seen a silent auction as incredible as the
Yeah.
one we have here today.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
just,
it's incredible.
there's,
Where do we say hi?
you say right in that,
Come on, I'm selling the cigar. She's got the cash.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Come spend your money out at Cigars and Baseball.
That's
Find
right.
us.
all for a good cause.
They said find us.
And that,
Wouldn't you want to?
wouldn't you, you would want to.
You would want
You
to
would
for,
want to.
for a good cause.
For a good cause. But you mentioned the silent auction. I
Yeah.
mean, so if you're a drinker,
Yeah.
some of the bottles of booze up there are insane.
Yeah.
There's signed bats, there's signed
Yeah.
jerseys, there's signed balls,
Right.
there's
Packages.
There's all kinds of
travel
trips.
trips, travel
There's
packages.
a safari.
Yeah,
There's a safari out there. There's a bunch of golf trips out there. A bunch of play-in stays.
yeah,
There's stuff for the kids. There's Valley Fair. There's all kinds of stuff. There's stuff for everybody.
yeah.
The curation of that silent auction is incredible. And I can't say enough about it. It's just amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
So
I think today we've been more
Hold on a second.
photobombed than any
Christy,
other day
I know.
so far.
Christy,
I know.
this is Christy, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
She's the
Say-
curator.
Say hello to everyone in the world.
She's the curator of our silent auction. I just talked about it. What a great silent auction it is.
Yes.
Christy put it together. It's fantastic. Come out here and spend your money on our silent
Lots of
auction.
great, 100 amazing packages.
100 amazing
Love it.
packages.
Love it.
Right.
Thank you,
Let's go.
Christy.
She's the best. I love her.
Yeah, it's
All right, Dax.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out and
Beat it.
make some. So I'm the MC to the event, so I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Over there.
make some calls.
what's that?
You want Pat from JD Horse?
Absolutely, if
All
it's
right.
available.
Get him over here.
Most
Good to see you guys. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, Dax.
Support Cigars and
Thanks for what you do,
Baseball.
brother.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get Pat from JD. Whoa. The
Love you
breeze, the breeze is starting to kick up, so you gotta weigh stuff down. Anything, napkins and styrofoam and stuff like that. Hey, bro, would you be willing to?
It's not sir, it's Pat.
It's not, sir.
So it is my pleasure to introduce Pat.
Don't call him sir.
Don't call me sir. Call me
call him
Pat.
sir.
Yeah.
JD
I
Hoyt.
answer to a lot of names, but not sir too often.
How you doing today, brother?
Doing wonderful. Great event.
So happy that you're here today.
Great event. Yeah, we've been here since when they first started over at we were over at Target Field and over at the old farmers market over there.
Nice.
So we've been there a long time.
So we had your jambalaya already,
Oh, yeah.
which is delicious, and your dessert.
Did you get the strawberry shortcake? That's
yeah.
killer.
Oh,
We
so
killed
good.
it.
You know, you gain 10 pounds when you come to this thing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I'm just glad to be part of it. So it's great.
So you've been doing this for what, 8 years now?
This event for 8 years. We do quite a few events. I've been at Hoyt's. It'll be 41 years for me in October. So I've been there a long run.
Man.
Yeah. So to do stuff like this is just part of the program.
And I heard a rumor you smoke cigars too.
Smoking one right now. Right now I got one.
So for, because we have people that watch from kind of all over the place, and for people, traveling to the Twin Cities area, give our viewers an idea about the history of JD Hoyt's, because it really is it's like a staple. It's a
landmark.
Twin Cities landmark.
Sure. I mean, yeah, we're probably, we're not the oldest restaurant by a long shot, but we've been fortunate enough to be there forever. My partner started a place called Ichabod's, then opened up Sergeant Preston's, and opened up the Loon Cafe. And they're bars, they got nachos and burgers and shit. So they wanted to have something where they could have a steak and a good meal.
Yeah.
So they bought a dive bar. It was a 301 bar. There was nothing down in our neighborhood. It was blue collar workers, 8 to 5 every day. 8 o'clock at night, they'd be done. There'd be no business down there. And they bought it and they held on to it for a year and then opened it up as JD Hoyt's. And JD Hoyt stand for their father's names and literally was a place they could go get a steak.
Yeah.
And then in 91, we branched out and opened up into the parking lot that was next to us. And so we kind of expanded. But they went on to open up Dixie's over here on Grand and Sagia. Then came back to Minneapolis, and John opened up the Pickle Parrot, and Mike bought Liquor Lyle's and Dixie's Calhoun. And then Mike went out to Encinitas, California, opened a place called the Paradise Girl, which is now with his partner, Steve and Bill Goldberg, the big wrestler guy. They opened a place it's called the Belly Up, which is a great blues bar. It's just a tremendous place. But They left me there. I was the head chef for the first 9 years.
Okay.
So it was just a bar size, small joint. It was awesome. And then we branched out, and I got out of the kitchen in 91, became a partner, bought my partner out of his half of the building here right before COVID, which was great.
Yeah.
And, it's been great. It's been a great run. And we're still knocking on wood. So we do a lot of teams. We did the Yankees flight out of town yesterday, so it was good. I mean, we do a lot of business with the teams that come to town.
And you have is it 2 cigar events at your place a year?
At least. I mean, I try to do it every third Friday of the month. We have a very, very cigar friendly. I've been told, and I don't remember this, but I've been told that I told a couple customers one night when they were a little discouraged by the table next to them smoking cigars. I said, well, they can't go inside and smoke anymore. It's because we changed the law. So I said, I can find you a table inside if you don't like that. But we're very cigar friendly. So I've had Damien and his Cuban band out there, 5-6-piece Cuban band. We do a Cuban night. We'll have 80 to 100 guys out on the patio smoking cigars. And the ones I've done so far this year, the trend of going out has changed quite a bit from, throwing $150, $200 at a cigar night to doing just what I want to do, but I want to go someplace I can have a cigar.
Yeah.
So the 2 events I've done this year, really inexpensive. $25, you get a cigar, and then I pour out 3 brown liquors, and you can get whatever, and I got some really nice. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff at Hoyt's. But then it makes it easy, so you can have a dinner, you can have a great bottle of wine, or you can just have a sandwich, but still come out and enjoy the event, as opposed to some events are, all in for $150, and you got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
So we try to promote the cigars. A lot of friends with a lot of the different vendors that are here too, which is great. So it's not just always one cigar. I mean, I know Jeff real good out at Tobacco Grove. So Crux is my lean on. It's not only a Crux, it's a Crux.
And there's something awesome about having a cigar and a meal and a beverage with around friends,
Absolutely. After dinner, we get a lot of people from, very fortunate to be at Hoyt's. We had a lot of people from all over the country, but you get guys from Boston or New York, and they want to do something after dinner. Dinner's great, but I can't send them to a strip club. I can't send them to a club or a bar, So I always say either come on outside, we'll have a cigar. I got a couple joints we can hang out, Castro's or Herbie's. I'm a member of both. We can go down and hang out and have a cigar late night, a little brown liquor, watch a little TV, whatever.
Yeah.
But cigars after dinner, and I've been smoking forever and a day, but I don't know what it is after a great meal and you light up a cigar afterwards. There's just nothing better.
Yeah.
So relaxing.
Maybe I'm old. I don't know, but there's nothing better, brother.
No, it is. It kind of adds. It's like I'm one of those guys. I know not everybody's this way, but I'm one of those guys that I have to have something sweet after a meal. It doesn't have to be a big piece of cheesecake, even just a little square of chocolate. I got to have something sweet, but then I also got to have the cigar.
Yep.
And it could be also, that last glass of wine, like maybe some port or maybe a glass of scotch or something, but I got to have that cigar after dinner.
That's why I always say brown liquor and a cigar after dinner. There's nothing better.
Yeah.
You pour a little Pappies out and sip on that and you smoke a cigar. Life's pretty good.
It is.
It's enjoying life is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Pat, what's your favorite thing on your menu?
Oh.
Well, I'd probably say the Buddy Bowl. I mean, I got to take, when we started, I was a head chef for the first 9 years. Yep. So when we started, we had a table next to the grill, and literally it was right behind me while I was cooking on the grill. And I had no idea that you could charge $500 to sit at the chef's table. You go to these foo-foo restaurants now, you can sit in the kitchen for $500. I'm like, dude, you're right behind me. So I made the red beans and rice. My recipe's a Monty's Creole. My last name's Montague. So the Creole on top of that. And then I throw a couple shrimp on it, and I give it to you as an appeasement because you got to sit behind me. I'm like, dude, you're at J.D. Hoyt's, and I'm sorry, you got the table next to the grill. So it became just for buddies.
Yeah.
So that's why we call it the Buddy Bowl, because it was never on the menu. And then probably 10, 15 years ago, we put it on the menu. But and you put scallops and shrimp and catfish. We do it for all the teams. I mean, almost every baseball team, we get at least one of the visiting night baseball teams. We do a lot of flights out of town. And that Buddy Bowl in a New York strip, man, I'm telling you, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I love your pork chops.
Yeah.
That's what made us famous. And it's funny because they weren't even scheduled to be on the menu when Mike and John designed the original first menu. They went to a food show here in Minneapolis. They bumped into a guy by the name of Paul Prudhomme.
Yeah.
He was but this is 1983.
Yeah.
I mean, this was long before we even opened up. And they said, you got to put these pork chops on your menu if you're doing a charcoal. We do a charcoal grill.
Yep.
Right and he goes, you got to do these. Well, hell, we did them, and it's been a home run.
Yes.
I mean, chop rib combo, you can't miss. It's
so
just
good.
I was up at a golf tournament up in Brainerd, and I brought chops up. I cooked for the boys, too, when we go up there. We had 12 guys. So first night we had ribs, next day we had chops. Now, these guys are from Manny's and down at, they have restaurants here in town.
Yeah.
And we're all buddies. We all play together. So it's kind of funny. They said they're the best pork chop. And they probably had 100 of them. And they said that pork chop after golf, you know what I mean? And it was like, man, you say it's the best you ever had. You've had 100, and then you have a cigar afterwards?
Oh,
man.
Life's good.
Home run. Yeah.
So what's in because you said you've been in the restaurant business 41 years now?
I've been in J.D. Hoyt's for 40 years.
So
I've been in a restaurant business since I was 13 doing dishes.
So
I'm 110, but I know I look good for 110.
So over the years that you've been in restaurant kitchens and seen restaurant kitchens and things like that, I know, and I'm fascinated by this because I love to cook a lot at home too in different ways and things like that. What has been like a big kind of game changer, if anything, or just some cooking method or anything like that that has really taken off, that maybe back in the day you were like, nobody's ever going to do that?
Service.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Service.
I like that.
Gal behind me, Jody. I got Courtney and Jody, my two best servers I've had there. We got Annie. I mean, we've had servers. Jody's been with me 20, I don't want to say how many, more than 20 years. Let's just say that because I don't say how old she is. But I mean, I really think that we capitalize on doing great quality food. I've always believed in you can take a crappy steak and put something on top of it and call it good, but it ain't good.
Yeah.
But you take a great steak and do something good with it, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So the quality of the product is number one. But the service, if you don't have it, forget it.
Yeah.
I go to a lot of restaurants. We eat out a lot, and I don't ever bitch or complain. But it's just whether or not.
But you
feel,
notice it.
Oh, in 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
And I got a 30-year-old son and a 33-year-old son, and when we all go out to dinner, the first thing they say, well, it ain't like at Hoyt's because they don't treat you like family, and I think that's the best thing when you Mancini's. We got those guys right across the street. They get it. I mean, they know what they're doing right over here. They, it's a service end of it. It's not just a server bringing out food and asking you what you want to eat.
Right.
There's a bigger game to it besides just the food.
Yeah.
Food's got to be great, got to be fresh, got to be good, but the service, and that's what I've learned over the years. It's really about service.
No, I like that. I like it
Brings
because
people back.
it does kind of get lost.
Yeah.
People think about, I want the best quality ingredients and all. And like you said, that's super important. Got to have great ingredients. Got to have talented cooks, talented chefs, people working in the kitchen. But the people who interact with your customers,
They're the face. They're your
they've
number one.
absolutely got to be top notch.
And all the way from the valet, all the way from the beginning, you come in, the host, the bartenders, everybody's got to be on the same page.
Yeah.
It's a real team effort. I mean, it really is.
Is it getting tougher to find people who don't want to serve?
No, because nobody ever leaves me.
Yeah, there you go. I love that. I absolutely love that.
I mean, nobody
Yeah.
leaves.
Nice.
They're all making money. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
But, if you're not making money, you're not going to wait tables at that joint. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it really is an opportunity. And I've always said, some restaurants you go to, and I don't want to say chains or franchises, but they want that exact server at every table because they're not going to be there. They're not going to be around to check or not whether or not that's going good or not. They want that exact server.
Yeah.
Me, I want a personality. I tell them all, don't be an Autotron, man. You gotta give your personality, good or bad. You got to give it to the customer.
Yeah.
And all the time it's good, because they're all.
Yeah.
We have great clientele. We've been very fortunate over the years to really have a really good clientele. So
Yeah.
So what's in your future?
man, everybody, how come everybody I get old like that and everybody asks me when I want to retire? That's all you got to ask. No, that's all you got to ask. Now, you know what? I got to slow down a little bit.
I was thinking you're going to open up another restaurant up in Ham Lake.
And I'll say this because right now in the last few years, our little Minneapolis is struggling. It's got a black eye. It's got a little bruise on it, and it is struggling. I mean, the paper itself, the news is purporting a lot of interesting news articles as opposed to really good things that are happening in our city.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I've been asked by not only you just now, but a million people go east, south. I mean, I go anywhere in the suburbs and kill it. I know I could, but I love Minneapolis. I grew up there. I love our downtown. I think we have so much to offer.
Yeah.
And we were on the patio. There's some guys from Lakeville that had dinner in a private room. We had like 20 guys. And we took them out back. We're smoking cigars. It's midnight on a Friday night. And two gals walked by. And, we're out on the patio out on the street on 3rd and Washington, right down in the North Loop down there. And we're out there, and I say, look at that, guys. And they're all going, hey, they look pretty. No, look at that. Two young ladies feel comfortable enough to walk in our city at 11:30, 12 at night, unescorted.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make the paper. Nobody knows. And for me, that's the hardest thing is because people from the suburbs, all of a sudden Chili's becomes the greatest restaurant they've ever been to. And you're like, whoa. Come on down. And we have 100 great restaurants downtown.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying Hoyt's or whatever, or Manny's or whatever. There's 100 great restaurants.
Yeah.
We just got to get people to feel comfortable coming back into the city.
Yeah.
The reason why I said we can use your place out in Ham Lake, because Ham Lake and your pork chops would go perfectly.
Do they got a big farm out there in Ham Lake? I might come out if they got a farm out there. Yeah, we use that Duroc pork that Glenn Taylor's farm does. So we have a specialty pork that they cut just for us. And I've been with the same meat salesman, even though it's been different companies. We followed him. I had Jim DeMock for 6 months. And then it's been, almost 40 and a half years that I've been with Dave Mewbauer, who's with Mark Mann, who's over at Swanson Meats.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they know exactly what we need, and the loyalty that we have for them to provide us with that is that's the key to it.
So final thing that we want to get everybody's thoughts on this, who we get to talk to today. Because we've over the years, we've fallen in love with this event. So what is, when it comes to cigars and baseball and the work that they do with the Miracle League, what does it mean to you to be a part of this event?
Best thing ever. driving by one of the fields with my family.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, Hoyts is part of that. And many, many pieces of the puzzle to make it happen. And Kurt Deflison for his, his innovation to do this with what he's got going on. And you look around here and you see the 600, 800, 900 people, whatever there is here tonight. And then to drive by one of those fields with your family and say, hey, I was part of that.
Yeah.
I helped. And it was a small, really minuscule piece. But being part of that and to see that is actually gone to attrition and it works. It's something for, adapted fields for, kids that can't play in the normal field. It's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, that's the biggest blessing.
Absolutely.
All this is great, the camaraderie, and you get to say hi, guys. And I see a lot of faces come to Hoyts, and I see a lot of faces down there every single year. It's great. But to drive by those fields and see the end result, what Kurt started.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I go, it's awesome to be part of it. Even if it's a small part, it's
What a
awesome.
blessing,
Yeah, it really is. Really is. For me, anyways.
No.
That's my take on it. Yeah. Because there's some kid out there playing that wouldn't have been playing if all of these people wouldn't have been involved. Yourselves included. If everybody doesn't say the word, these guys don't show up, people don't come here.
Right.
They got to spend the money to get the donations going. And 100% goes right to the fields. You know what I mean? This isn't a bullshit charity where 2% goes to whatever it's supposed to go to. This is a real deal.
Yeah. Well, Pat, we appreciate what you do, honestly, and we want obviously our viewers out there from somewhere other than the Twin Cities area. You find yourself here on business, or you find yourself here visiting family, and you haven't been to JD Hoyt's. Shame on you. Next trip, put it on the calendar.
No shame, no, brother. Come on. Thanks for having me out, guys. And
Much
thanks for being here.
appreciated.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Continue success.
Cheers, brother. Yeah, it's it is one of those Minneapolis, Minnesota institutions that
he's
landmark. You use that that's the right word.
And
Landmark.
he's an incredible guy.
Yeah.
When you walk in there, he treats you like your family.
Yeah.
Comes and shakes your hand when he's there. Hey, how you doing? How's the family? Blah, blah, blah. You want to sit outside with the cigar? Yeah. All right. I got you. Come on.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. His food's magnificent. And the way him and his staff treat you is incredible. And I'm happy he said that about Minneapolis.
I agree.
We're getting a black eye, but there's still some really good spots in Minneapolis.
Exactly.
And really good people there.
Yeah. And this, I mean, even though, we're in St. Paul, but Minneapolis and St. Paul are a family.
Hand in hand, yeah. They're twins.
Yeah, they are the Twin Cities. And, it's just like, if and I don't want to, get too, biblical or philosophical or anything, but, when one brother hurts, the other brother hurts, kind of thing. And, so we've been, hoping to see just a resurgence of goodness and kindness, in the Twin Cities area. And Pat is one of the best examples of that.
Yeah.
By far. So, I'm wondering if I should take a break. Could you guys
take a break?
Because I need to stand.
Go ahead. You can do you.
So
we'll do all right.
You guys roll. I just need to stretch my legs a little bit. Maybe do a little.
Feel free to bring us some food that we haven't
bathroom
seen yet.
break. I may bring you guys some.
Hey,
food,
how do you like that? We got to get these guys on. Third Street.
This is
Autumn
very good.
Ale.
Autumn Ale.
I knew you'd like it. That's why I grabbed it for you.
It's very, very good.
I figured you would.
Thank you. And
We'll get those guys on the show too today.
Third Street. We've had them on almost every year. It's been one of my favorites.
So, Justin, how you feeling today? How you feeling about today's event?
Busy. A lot of people.
I think, like he said, there's the most people that they've ever had, and it's buzzing right now.
Yeah, there's a lot going on behind us and everywhere else, for sure.
Give me your headset for now, please. Thank you. Now I can hear. I was a dumbass that forgot my headset at home. I can hear now. This is beautiful. Knocks out some of the sound from the back. But yeah, and all the food. And you know what? There's a lot. You would come here and think that, hey, Cigars and Baits is going to be all men. There's a lot of women here smoking cigars and hanging out. And it's wonderful, Matt was sweating over there.
Yeah, he Yeah, the sweat's going down for sure.
Yeah. So what do you want to eat? What are you looking forward to eating?
I don't know what's around. There's so much stuff here, but I don't know where it starts. You know.
Well, we started with the Buddy Bowl, right? That was our first one. Then we had bacon. Then we had strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
What else have we had so far?
Ball in your mouth, I think.
The what?
Big ball was in your mouth.
Oh, the meatballs. Yeah, we got to find those again. Those are like Parmesan meatballs. They're delicious. Also, we had that Sloppy Joe kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, the chicken.
I think it was from Mancini's. We got to get those guys over here, too. Yeah, so if you guys are out there and watching in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota still, I think they still basic tickets you can come down and get in. This event goes till 8 o'clock.
And the after party goes till 10.
Yeah. So are we sticking around for the after party?
Hell yeah.
This will be your first time sticking around, right? Because usually we take off.
I stick around almost every year.
Did
You
you?
guys take off because you're old, like, guys got to get to bed because you're back.
We're old and we're exhausted.
Must be.
Takes a lot out of you talking all day long.
I know.
You're stored up.
I'm good to go all day, every day.
So what are you smoking?
Smoking Crux, Bull, and Bear.
Yeah. I love Crux. I love that they're a Minnesota company. They're just a bunch of good guys, and they're growing fast, and they got some good stuff coming out.
Oh yeah, wait for the passport.
So, hey, who's on the show next week?
Lure Cigars.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to those guys.
I believe it's Lure Cigars.
Yep, Lure. Yep. Yeah, I've been dying. I actually had Matt change the date so I could be there. I've heard phenomenal things. I've smoked one. I think they're Connecticut, and it was good. It was good. You know how I feel about Connecticut's. They got to be, for me, Connecticut's need to be smoked in the morning with coffee, black coffee.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I am amazed at how many people are here. It baffles me. Well, it doesn't really baffle me, but it's just amazing how many people are coming by. And I think I know what I want to eat next.
What's that?
I'm craving for those Parmesan meatballs again. They're pretty good. We don't drink, but there are a lot of spirits and a lot of breweries here. A fella could tie on a nice buzz here and get an Uber home. And, well, they wouldn't even catch a buzz because there's so much good food here, right? So if you hear Dax in the background, he loves to talk, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he's on the mic all day.
So who should I grab next? We had cigars, we've had food, we've had cigars and baseball. I think maybe we get another beverage. I'm gonna go grab the guys from Third Street.
Where's Matt?
Matt is gone. You want to wait for Matt to get back?
Yeah, look at this guy. This guy behind you right there. Nope,
Hey,
going
Jeff!
the other way. He's going the other way. Going the other way.
He's going the other way. He'll come back later. He loves us. Jeff is the owner of Crux Cigars and another one of our lounges in Minnesota, Tobacco Grove. So I wonder how. I think they have the second game started. How you doing? It's a live podcast. Say hi. You're on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble.
Yeah, do the rounds and I'll come back and jump onto the guys.
We want Matt to be here when you come back anyway.
Yeah, I just saw him a little bit ago.
Yeah, he's getting stretching out
He
his
said I had
legs.
to dance. I don't know what that means.
You gotta come dance with us. You gotta come dance with us.
My next interview is going to be you guys.
Okay. I won't talk as long as you. So we're still thinking about who we're going to get next. Do you want to run and get him, or do you want me to go get him?
You grab the third tree guy, unless you want for Matt to do that one.
We don't know how long that's going to be. Hey, how you doing, sir? These are black, isn't it? It's our 4th year. 4th or 5th year. YouTube, Facebook, Rumble.
More food.
And you'll be on. Cameras are on. So you'll be on. Say hi. Have a good day. Nice seeing you, sir. Why, thank you, Matt. So we were waiting for you to come back. Hold on a second.
So I can. Oh, you can. Oh, where's he going now? So I grabbed. I was walking around, and there's so many people here. I love it. It is. So these are. I honestly don't even know
What
exactly what this is, but it's
this
from.
is like our cornbread thing.
It's from B52 Burgers and Brew, and
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know.
Give us 1 second. We're chewing.
It's almost like, is it like a buffalo chicken egg roll kind of thing?
Oh,
is that what you got?
I don't know. I just grabbed it.
we've been lucky enough to have people bring us food
Right.
while we're sitting here. I ran over to your booth real quick, cracked them a beer, and he's saying that beer is incredible.
But yeah, it's
That-
great.
October Ale, is it?
No, it's a jacked up. It's actually like a brown, but it has.
So, tell us. We usually have. Is he the owner of the company that's usually here?
He would be our salesman. That would be
Okay.
Lindsay.
He wasn't able to be here this year, but you're here. So tell us about Third Street Brewery, where you're at, what you do for the company.
So what I do, I'm actually a brewer. I actually brew the beer, centrifuge it, create it from scratch, and we also make this, and then we have other bases too. And then actually, Cold Spring is actually the second oldest brewery in the state right now.
Okay.
So over 150 years, but it's in Cold Spring. Quite big facility. It's kind of like a campus up on the hill too. If you ever get out there, and if you want, we'll give you guys a tour. Come on in.
Oh, would love it.
You know, we got a brew house up front.
Yeah.
On Fridays and Saturdays, they bring the food trucks in. They kind of have a couple guys, and then they'll bring a band. And yeah, it's got kind of
Sounds like a fun time.
It's got kind of a group.
So as soon as I seen you guys, I was like, "Hey, do you guys got an NA this year?"
Yes.
And
I've been getting that one a lot.
we did not. But I'm hoping by next year.
I don't. Well, it's something that we got to look at. It seems like that's the question of the day. Everybody's been asking for an NA, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think the trend right now, it's up, right?
Yeah.
NA.
We talked a little bit about it earlier. How when I quit drinking 27 years ago, there was only a couple, 3 brands, and now it seems like almost every company is making an NA.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, I think it was in a green bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a good idea. You always want to keep the beer dark, you know.
Tell us about the process of taking the alcohol out of a beer to make it NA beer.
That would be something that I don't do, but we would have to have someone else do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
A third
And then
company?
that process, then someone else, then you would split it.
Okay.
You'd actually probably centrifuge it out. Yeah, it's a great question. That's not something I've been asked to do. To be honest, like it would be new to me. I'm the guy that puts the alcohol in the beer. So, you know, it is, you know, it's reality. I think people are being a lot smarter, and I think that's a good sign. I think when people are drinking NA, even if you were to have a couple at dinner, most of them, if not all of them, taste like a real beer.
Yeah.
If I've tried one, you know, I've had some in the past, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I know isn't Tom Brady got one now or something like that?
Athletic, I think, right?
Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think so.
so, yeah.
Oh, perfect name. Perfect.
Yeah.
Athletic. You know,
What's going on there, Tom?
Yeah, because
Everything.
guys who drink beer are really athletic.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
If I just drink that, I'm in shape now.
Yeah.
You
Lose
know,
20
maybe
pounds by
we just
drinking
came
NA
up
beer.
with a commercial. Get the guy like the Belushi guy, and then he drinks it, and then he wins the race. Right? And he's like skinny,
Yeah.
slick back hair. You know, they do the whole deal. No, it's fun where I work. I've been in every aspect of the business. I started riding around in a beer truck with my grandpa. You know, that's kind of when I walked into it. And it started probably just because I was going to Thanksgiving. My mom was working, so I got dumped off, right? But that's how it started. And then my mom ran a bar for over 20 years. So when she needed a bartender in an emergency, I was kind of the guy.
Yeah.
And then when I moved out to New London, I don't know if anybody knows where that is, but it's probably I would say about almost 2 hours west, right?
Yeah.
But then I live next to a brewery, and I'm like, let's take this thing full circle. What the heck? Now I can make it.
Nice.
So I've delivered it, sold it. Now I'm making it. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. I didn't mean to take over the story.
That's perfect. We love that. That's what we got you here for, brother.
But, yeah, and I've lived in Minnesota my whole life. This is kind of my thing. I love Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, what a great thing that's going on right here, too.
Isn't it great?
You know, when I finally started finding out about it a couple of years ago, I was like, wow, you know, you kind of take it in.
Cigars and baseball is our favorite event.
And then they let us smoke in here.
Yeah.
Right? You can't beat it.
And we've always been lucky enough to be close to you guys too.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they always pair us next to you for sure.
Yeah.
No.
What's your favorite brew that you've brewed?
That I like?
Yeah.
I like the lager.
Yeah.
Third Street Lager.
Yeah.
For me. You know, Oktoberfest is great. I think it tastes better this year. If you get a chance, if you know anybody, try the Oktoberfest. And then the Jacked Up, obviously.
It's really good.
You know. And what did you think right away, though?
Well,
It's kind of like a cigar.
It was
right?
it was surprising because it's not like heavy, but there's still insane amounts of flavor.
Right.
So the texture of it is nice and refreshing, but the flavor's off the charts.
Nice.
And that's one of the
Perfect.
things I love about beers.
Yeah.
And cigars too. I like that same thing in cigars. Like cigars, you know, because you can get a cigar that's strong or maybe spicy or whatever. And if there's one element that's just too overwhelming,
Right.
that takes everything else over. And this, you know, this like a good cigar, this Jacked Up, it's got balance.
Okay. I like that.
But still deep flavor.
Right.
You know, it tastes roasty and it tastes like sitting around a campfire.
Right.
Roasting marshmallows and while your kids are trick-or-treating, because that's what my wife and I do.
Right.
The kids trick-or-treat, and instead of just sitting inside the house with a bowl of candy, we set up the solo stove in the front yard with a couple chairs and some beers.
Right.
And we got beers there for the parents.
That's good.
And candy there for the kids. And this is a beer like I'm gonna sit around the.
And we got the logo
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It almost fits.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, do you like to drink? Do you like to drink seasonally, like during the year for yourself? Do you like to drink like refreshing, more refreshing stuff during the summer and maybe darker stuff in the winter? Or are you strictly the golden ale?
Right. Like Bloody Marys. I like the Bloody Mary.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I'm probably just pretty traditional.
Okay.
Grew up on hams.
Oh yeah.
Pabst.
Yeah.
Bush
Pabst
latte.
was a big one. Again, in the back of the photos and the pictures, you'll see a PBR in the background. They didn't clean up the back. You know, it ain't like pictures today where you clean up the background.
Clean everything up, yeah.
There's red, white, and blue. But I like. There was one that we made that was Cool Beans, which is like a coffee brew.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't made it in a couple of years.
Okay.
But that kind of happens. You don't want to. You want to have one that comes back. Not like, you know. It's kind of like. And it's not my taste buds either. You know.
Right.
It's what the people want. and people, they want that kind. But I think at that, it was probably even before like the big. Every town had a brew pub too.
Right.
Because I think that was the first time I seen the big can, other than like a Mickey's Old Dual, or what was. We got Old English.
Yeah,
The 40s.
Yeah.
Like I miss stuff like that too, but
Yeah.
I don't know. The micro's really good. That's probably one I'd probably change.
Okay.
We got a micro, and the micro is, 2 calories or 88 calories,
Yeah.
and that's pretty low. And it's got kind of like the Raz.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
almost like a celebration beer,
Yeah.
sitting in a lawn chair,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But so that would be summer, and now you get back to the winter time, and I think everybody wants kind of a heartier beer now,
Yeah.
especially as the color. It seems like the colors are already coming.
Oh, they are. Definitely.
You have a beer though that you actually add real fruit juice in it, right?
Right. That is.
And that's unlike other places. They just add some kind of fake flavoring to it.
Right.
But you guys actually add real fruit juice to it.
Yes.
My wife loved those, by the way.
Did she? Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of said like a celebration or a wedding beer, but it's really easy drinking, especially when you got the seltzers that took off 3-4 years ago. This is actually just a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a seltzer, so that's a good angle because we can play at that game. We can do that too. We can make a light beer that people like.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a golf course beer, huh?
There you go.
'Cause I always thought that like the Raz should be in every golf course.
Yeah.
Like that's what people, but they got, it's, people are going to have what they're going to have. You're not going to get that guy that he drinks this and, you'll get that too, but it's fun. I think there's a lot of good local beers around here,
Yeah.
everywhere, even the ones that are here. I think there's some good beer going on.
Yeah.
And that's a good sign. I think we haven't had something like this before. It's fairly new.
Yeah.
Like some of the small, like there's a few. There's up in Duluth, like the Ben Paddles here.
Oh yeah.
They do a great beer.
Yeah.
So, and it's fun to hear about that. Everybody's rooting for each other, because it is a weird time. I
Yeah.
don't really know, like you're saying, NA beer, which is great to hear, but then it's how big's that pie?
Yeah.
It's probably a big, that's probably the number one thing that people are talking about. And I think the first couple times I heard it, I was like, kind of catches you off, You're like, no, that's not what I do.
Well, and just
It'd be like a smokeless cigar.
Yeah.
I got to adjust those times too. Though,
Yeah.
I think it's probably something real.
Yeah.
I would believe that we would have one.
And I got a lot of buddies that'll have a couple regular beers when they first get to the house or the garage. And, before they have to leave, they'll have a couple NA beers just to have the flavor still, but they don't want to get that DWI.
Right.
They don't want to get, they got shit they got to worry about. So
You don't want a Sprite,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be one you'd want at the house. Because then they're not pushing it on anybody too.
Yeah.
Because if you just have beer, like all my beer, just then that one guy that,
Yeah.
it's probably smart to have a 6-pack of that in your fridge.
Yeah.
Because you don't. That's why we're bros. That's what we do. People got to take care of each other.
That's right. Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
big.
That's
So what are you smoking? Or what do you got there?
I'm just finishing up the Crux Epicure Habano.
Nice.
Crux
Minnesota company.
Smells good.
Minnesota company.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
You smoked the one I gave you earlier?
No, not yet, because I've been serving.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
do both.
I know.
Yeah, you can do both.
You can do both.
I'm trying to.
You got 3
talking.
people there. That's you got 3 people. You can take breaks.
Right? Oh yeah, we got 3 people. Yeah. We try to make ourselves represented here. I think we've been here from the beginning.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think-
You guys have been a staple part of Cigars and Baseball.
It was in a parking lot at one time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. But that's how much I keep track of this. I'm a fan too. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It's an awesome organization. You can't say it enough.
Yeah. Love everything about it.
I think I can let you go. I better get back.
Yeah, we appreciate you stopping by, and then repping 3rd Street Brew House. It's been
Yeah.
we fell in love with 3rd Street. The first time we ever came to Cigars and Baseball. So we appreciate what you guys do, and
If you guys want to come in and say hi,
absolutely,
we'll show you around.
Thanks,
absolutely,
we appreciate it, bro.
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. Oh, you still got the headphones on.
Oh shit!
Don't walk off with those.
I wasn't done talking.
Thank you, brother.
Say it easy, bro.
Yeah, 3rd Street. Right away, they were right next to us that first year. So getting
Keep
lots
moving
of
down further and further. They
lots of
keep
samples.
following it.
I know they keep, and I'm okay with that. I'm here for it.
All right. I'm gonna go find a cigar vendor.
Yeah, do that because it's been crazy busy. I walk down there. I love it. It is so busy. There are so many people here. There's some spots where there's lines. There's other spots where there's not. So you can definitely find your way through.
All right, we'll be back.
Yeah,
Justin went to use the potty.
that's all right.
And I'm gonna go find a vendor for us.
Okay.
All right.
I did run into Jim Nash, and he said he's going to stop by. So
He said something about coming and dancing with us.
I'm all for the dancing. I'll just vamp here for a while and talk about the world. Cigars and Baseball 2025 here at CHS Field in St. Paul, Minnesota. And this is our 4th year broadcasting live from Cigars and Baseball. Actually, it's not. We've kind of mixed it up. It is our 4th year at Cigars and Baseball, but it's not our 4th year broadcasting live. We have mixed it up a little bit over the years. Like sometimes we've done this. We've done it this way the last 2 years, where we set up the tables and we just sit here and bring in different people throughout the show. We did kind of go mobile, one year, and that was probably, it was interesting, probably not the best way to do it. And then that first year we did live too. There's Big Pickle, everybody. Say hi.
I'll stop by and say hi.
What do you have to say, Big Pickle?
I do want to say congratulations to 300 episodes.
Oh,
what is
thank
this,
you.
302?
Well, technically, Cigars and Baseball is its own separate thing. It's not part of like our episode count.
You got to count it.
No, well, if we counted all the Cigars and Baseball and all the other stuff, where it's probably closer to like 325 or something like that. But
no doubt,
the official Monday night episodes are 300.
We got more people showing up.
So, you brought me a cigar. Thank you, brother.
As you should. Shout out to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Instagram, everybody that's paying attention to Cigars and Baseball, as well as How About That Cigar, the best podcast on the air. No matter what you do, you always find the most informative and lucrative information about cigars on How About That Cigar. Check it out.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. So what's the favorite? You've been trying any of the food items? You've been sampling the cigars? What have you been doing?
Absolutely. I've been trying all the wares of Cigars and Baseball. You have a plethora of individuals serving food. But if you had to ask me, and you did, I would say that
what do you like so far?
JD Hoyt's has to have it.
So good. So good.
No sponsorship, but I guarantee you, when they did my birthday, I was thoroughly impressed. You get a pork chop about this big.
Yeah.
This way around.
Yeah, their pork chops are massive.
Mwah, chef's kiss.
Oh. And the if you haven't been around, it's kind of around that side, and it's called B52's.
B52 has a excellent cheese curd wrapped in
bacon. And,
oh my gosh.
And a buffalo chicken.
A buffalo Southwest egg roll.
Egg roll.
Yeah.
That bacon wrapped cheese curd was stupid.
It's unreal.
I mean, yeah. And then
So hold the phone. I will say that as I've been going around, there are a lot of libations around here as well. So I do want to shout out to all the breweries and all the distilleries that showed up. But I do want to give a shout out to the Farmer's Cellar out in Lakeville. They have curated the best old fashioned that I've had in a long
Oh, nice. Nice.
It is pre-made, but when you get there, it's a speakeasy. So they take care of you. And can't remember the guy's name. Shout out to the Farmer's Cellar.
Are they just down back?
Yeah, they're
back
under
that
the
way?
awning
Okay.
at the end of the carousel.
Okay. I'll have to go check that out.
I'll bring you one.
Oh, I appreciate that, brother.
Absolutely.
So it's are you noticing it's really busy?
It is the busiest cigars in baseball, bar none.
Yeah.
When it comes to patrons actually knowing what they want, I think that Kirk has actually made this probably one of the most anticipated cigar festivals of Minnesota, probably the Midwest.
I think Midwest definitely. It's gained an incredible following in the Midwest, and
no shade to LCC. I know they do a big cigar fest every year.
Yep.
I do try to make as many festivals in the Midwest as possible. This is the best place to live in the United States, and if we had to judge, which I'm not going to, but I would say that if you're dealing with any people from Minnesota, we are Minnesota nice. We're not Minnesota unknowledgeable. So if we don't read you right, you're probably going to get the full check of the matter, which is we check you at the door and say, we're nice to meet you. It's a handshake. And that's, I think, most of what the cigar community is a handshake.
Yeah.
I can give a shout out to the lifestyle that I've chosen, which is cigars. I will say that right now what I'm about to light up is a Aventura King's Gold.
Yep.
Boutique cigars were probably the thing that convinced me that the cigar lifestyle was for me. And I can guarantee you from a consumer perspective, when you talk about being in your 40s, trying to make friends, living life the way that it shoots itself at you these days, you cannot blame people for trying to find something that is, a common point of interest. And cigars have been that for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a mechanism for, gathering and learning about each other and coming together,
So who's your Toast and Light sponsored by?
It's not.
Not today. Swiss Eats? Okay. So I'm going to give up my seat to the one, the only, Founder's Cigar. I'm going to give it up, and you guys have a great weekend.
Thank you, brother.
Wipe it down for you, brother. I love you, man.
Wipe it
I love
down.
you. Shout out.
Big Pickle, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Oh, you got your water bottle over there, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, from Founder's Cigar, Angelo.
How's it going, man?
It's great to see you, brother.
Dude, I missed this last year because I was in Sioux Falls for our PGA tournament.
Yeah.
And they offset it by a week. So I was like, yes, I get to go adult trick-or-treating.
Love it.
And see all my friends.
Love it.
Yeah. How's your night been going?
It's awesome, honestly. We got everybody coming. No, Brian, have a seat.
Is that new ink on your elbow?
I got new. Honestly, I think all this is new.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier.
Yeah, this was December, this was April, and this was July.
I saw you flirting with the elbow a little bit. That is the worst part on my body I've ever gotten tattooed.
Yeah, you know what's weird? People say like right by where the it's thin and it goes basically right to bone.
Yeah.
It's really painful.
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's like this, all on the fleshy part. This was terrible.
See, I thought this got
This
a little
was
dicey. Back of the arm felt awesome. I was like, I could get tattooed there all day. It was just like your wife scratching your back. So
Nice.
it was so good. Not your wife, but
Well,
my wife. But yeah, my tattoo guy, after I got my elbow done, I looked at him. And when I get a tattoo, like my body goes numb. I kind of block out the pain.
Yeah.
I remember doing deep breathing exercises for like 4 or 5 hours and looking at him like, why the didn't you tell me this was going to be? He's like, because you can't prepare anyone for the elbow.
Yeah.
And so it's funny, if you look at guys with sleeves, oftentimes they'll have one complete sleeve and then their other sleeve, they'll have the elbow cut out because they don't want to do the elbow again.
My barber is sleeved on both sides.
Yeah.
And he's got big ass stars on both elbows. And I said, how bad is the elbow? He said, don't do it.
Yep.
He said, I did this. He said, I did this arm in like 03 and I did this arm in 04.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad I never ever have to have a tattoo needle on my elbow ever again.
For sure.
So
For sure. I'm getting my legs done next. So that's what I'm doing next.
I don't know if I'll ever do legs.
Yeah. Yep. I got 2 dad tattoos. One of them's going to be a bull elephant, and the other one's going to be a lion with a giant mane. So
nice.
I'm pretty pumped about those.
Nice.
And then my wife and I are getting matching tattoos.
Yeah, this was so my wife and I, 27's our wedding anniversary.
Oh, sweet.
So this year was our 27th anniversary. So we went in and got this, and it's the same outside.
I saw that.
So hers is the other way around.
Cool.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Was that her first?
No, she's got more than I do.
Oh, really?
She's got like 9 or 10 tattoos. I've only got 2, 3, 4, and I've got this one up here. Which this one I've had. It's funny because I've had this one. I got this in 08.
Okay.
And I didn't get my this was my first tattoo. I got this in 08. I didn't get my second tattoo until December last year.
Jeez.
So I just had a long break in between getting my next ink.
You know what's funny? So I went to Sturgis for the bike rally.
My barber was there too.
We went and met some people just to network, and one of them was in a tattoo parlor. And when I smell that green soap, it's just like it gets me into tattoo mode. Yeah, it's like let's go, let's get something tattooed.
Yeah,
I need this.
So my wife actually found this artist. Her name's Emily in Forest Lake. Oh,
National anthem.
Pause for the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? Yes, it is. And the home of the brave.
Play ball.
Yeah. I'm not saying that was a sign that the Founders guys walked up and then the national anthem just ripped off in the background, but I'm not saying it's not a sign.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we've always been, ever since we did like the full live whole time thing here, it's like people who watch, and it's a long broadcast. Not everybody's going to watch for 5.5 hours straight.
Yeah.
but they know it's like, oh, national anthem. We just leave the cameras rolling.
Exactly.
Like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here on the podcast while the national anthem's going on.
Because you're a damn fine American.
Well, I was, I was taught a few things as a child, and that's one of the things I was like, yeah,
absolutely,
I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Do you
guys used to say the Pledge of Allegiance in school?
Big time.
Yeah.
Do you guys clip this up into micro content for Instagram, socials?
I wish I had time to do
Am
that.
I in your seat?
Do
you want to sit on my?
I just want to stand by him.
Do you want to sit on my lap?
Did he just ask me if I want to drop my balls on his head?
I think so.
I don't think that's what he asked.
Difficult to prove.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Founder Cigar Company, Angelo, Brian.
Happy to be
great
here.
to see you guys.
Happy to be here.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been. Were we on at the beginning of the year? Or were we on at the end of last year?
We were at the club.
Mm-hmm.
Was that this year? Or was that last year?
I feel like it was late last year.
Yeah, because I was still drinking.
Yep.
So that would have been before December.
Did you go sober?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
December. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm quasi sober because I was in Sioux Falls for Sanford International, and so I brought a buddy from that I've been in the military with for 20 years. So naturally, like someone hands you a beer, it's like so.
And you're sitting on a golf course for 5 days, smoking cigars.
Yeah.
Someone's got to drink a beer.
Somebody has to.
Yeah.
Somebody has to.
Yep. But yeah, had to make a life decision. I got 4 sons and figured my impulse control wasn't great. So best thing for me to do is just walk away from it. So it's been awesome. It's been really good.
Well, it's it's a decision, that's everybody's different.
Right.
And anybody who takes a step that is difficult like that, we could talk about real life shit here on How About That Cigar.
For sure.
Taking a difficult life step, I applaud it.
Yeah.
Honestly, regardless of what it is, if it's something that, and I tell my kids this all the time. If you have the opportunity in front of you to make a decision that's going to lead to a better outcome for your life, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yep. And it's a thing too, where when I told all my friends, I was like, hey, I have a personal conviction. I actually have that really good ADHD brain where I'm all in or all out. And so I'm like, this isn't difficult for me. And I don't need you to change. You don't have to hide that you're drinking around me. I'm like, I'm still going to have dinner parties. My wife had friends over the other day and I mixed them cocktails.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm like, this is my thing. So yeah, it's easy, man.
Yeah. My father-in-law, he's sober now 24 years.
Yeah.
And most, not all, but most of the rest of the family, when there's family gatherings, there's still wine, there's still cocktails and stuff like that. He drinks, we always pick up because he loves the taste of beer.
You're right.
So we get him NA beer and stuff like that.
I was just talking to Raul.
Yeah.
The NA game is strong.
Yep.
I've handed a couple craft NA beers to friends of mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fantastic. I'm like, that's NA. They're like, no way. I'm like, it's no longer like the O'Douls of our parents' generation.
Yeah.
It's like, it's legit. It's pretty legit. So, but anyway, enough about me.
No, I want to, get an idea since, Cigars and Baseball is such an important event and such a great event for us here in Minnesota and in the Midwest that we get an opportunity to, and it just got really quiet and I feel like there's something happening that we're not supposed to miss. Or was that just a random lull?
Might have been
I can't hear a word you guys are saying, so I'm just nodding my head and pretending like I can hear you guys.
So this is when we talk shit about Brian.
That's true.
And yeah, you heard that.
I heard I can read lips.
Yeah.
You said the S word.
But for, Cigars and Baseball, it's a good opportunity for us to, see guys like you that we don't get necessarily a chance to see as often as we would like to.
Right.
And, this is where we learned about Founder Cigar Company.
That's true.
So
5 years ago.
Yeah.
We literally just tripped and fell into this event, and nobody knew who we were. We just kind of popped out of nowhere. It was like our I mean, we started the company in 2020. We were here in 21, 5 years ago. That was like a launch of our business.
Made a factory change right before the event.
That's right.
Because our initial guy just ghosted us.
Yeah.
And then came to this, and then ended up making another factory change in 23. And so, but yeah, I mean, like this was our first like, all right, this is actually something we're taking seriously. Let's push this. Let's let everyone know around. It's where we met Pat O'Brien, because he was buying Perfect Ash this time like 5 years ago. So he came up to our booth. He's like, hey, when I buy this store, I want you guys in it. So he was our first Minnesota shop, which came from this event. Met you guys, met a bunch of the guys. So yeah, this was our inaugural kind of event 5 years ago.
My wife hates cigar smoke. She has PTSD when it comes to smoke. Her parents, both of her parents, her dad specifically, smoked in the house, in the car. She hated it. So she just has bad memories of smoke. But this is the one event where she will put up with cigar smoke for 4, 6, 5 hours, whatever. Yeah. And she's working the booth right now, handing out cigars, because she just loves the mission of this this event.
Thank you, brother.
The Miracle League. I mean, they gave $100,000 last year to Miracle League, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. This was our introduction to you guys, our introduction to your brand, your cigars. And I appreciate the fact that along the road, you guys have seen, you've instead of just looking one step ahead, you've seen 20 steps ahead.
Yeah.
And you have not been afraid to make adjustments when it's necessary.
Yeah.
And I think that's proven to be beneficial to you guys, that it's, you had quality improvements, blend improvements,
aesthetic
improvements, changes to the look of the packaging. And it's so, how do you guys, when you look at where you're at and you look 20 steps ahead, how do you sit down together and decide, okay, this is the change we need to make?
That's a great question. And I think to put context behind what you've observed, that's exact.
Should I do it all in one go?
I don't know if Raul can handle that.
Is half of that for you? Oh, okay. Yeah, proceed with your.
So Brian and I, when we got into this, we talked about, we have a hypothesis about how this should go. But that means that there is room for additional data, additional information. We're not rigid in how we do things. We have a goal, and this is how we think we're going to get there. But at the same time, we don't think that we have it figured out the perfect way to get there. And so we've tried to be students of the industry. We've tried to absorb as much as we can. I mean, like we spent how long with the Drew Estate rep just asking all these questions? Because right now we're trying to do the whole broker game and Salesforce stuff. And so everyone that we meet, we tell them, like, we're going to ask you probably a bunch of inappropriate questions that are personal. And especially if you're from the Midwest, this might make you uncomfortable, but like, we're trying to learn. And feel free not to answer any of these, but we're like, how much money do you make? What's your commission percentage? How did you start? And so that's something that we both try to embody, is how can we take what we know, which is very small, what we have a hypothesis on what we need to do, but then also be willing to change and get feedback along the way to grow. So
it's such a small community too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've broken the mold where we feel like people are taking us seriously. We're still here, but then to have conversations with some of these legacy brands that have been around forever. I mean, Lewis, fantastic example. Lewis Cuevas, his factory's rolling for us now, but just the fact that he welcomed us in as brothers and just like, what do you want to know?
Yeah.
Open book.
Yeah. So then to answer your question, I mean, I think what we definitely have plans for, we call them profit centers in our company. How are we going to make money? Because that ultimately drives, the company lasting. And then we just make decisions around that. I mean, we do a lot of events, and the events for us, we actually stopped doing a lot of the small events. So we used to get invited to golf courses and charity stuff and all. And it just, we found out that wasn't actually accomplishing some of the things that we wanted to accomplish. And so we pulled back on that this year, but we also started doing more large events. So we were in Sturgis for 12 days. we went to Sanford for 6
days, yeah.
6 days. So we do these big kind of keystone events every single year because that helps us grow in a market, but also have good retail sales.
You guys, you know who John Daly is, right?
Yeah.
You guys seen the movie, the new one?
Yeah.
Uncle John Daly.
So so he
John
wasn't there last year, and Sanford was the same week as Cigars and Baseball. Or no, it was
last year.
You were at Sanford, and I was here.
Yep.
And then we flip flopped. Well, we were both here this year, but anyways, John Daly remembered me, which I thought was pretty cool. He rolls up in his golf cart, and either I heard him because I wanted to hear him, or he actually said, "Hey, Brian," but I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, so those are things where we've kind of pivoted course, where it's like, hey, these big keystone events, our biggest hurdle is personnel.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple, we call them brand ambassadors. We have a couple of brand ambassadors that just love cigars. They want to do events. They're not expecting to make a paycheck on these things. It's the best. I mean, we have some of the best people that help us out with these things where they'll go for 5 days and just, we'll put them up, we'll pay for their meals, we'll do all that. And so finding ways that we can, keep the brand going forward in some of these big keystone events, but also not breaking the bank and spending 10 grand to go make 11 grand or something like that. So, we're just trying to see what has worked over the last 5 years, double down on the things that have worked, cut the stuff that hasn't worked, and just really try to help focus us that way too. So
yeah, those are tricky sometimes.
I missed it. The name of your distributing company is Deadly.
No. So this is one of my shops. It was one of our shops out in Wyoming or Idaho. So Deadleaf is a fantastic shop out there, and
What's the name of your distributing company?
Founders Fulfillment. Yeah. So that's the thing too. So we met with it was back when Andrew and Garrett were doing the brokerage. They met us at our office and they saw our whole fulfillment center and they're like, guys, this is like really polished. Like, have you ever thought about doing this for other brands? I'm like, does that even exist? Like, yes, like fulfillment companies exist. And so Brian is just an operational savant, just, all this communication, our inventory management, our payment processing, the emails that we send out, like our order acknowledgement, shipping acknowledgement, delivery acknowledgement. And they're like, yeah, no one does that. The operations aren't tight in the cigar industry. And so, we launched a fulfillment company. So we do that for Don Doroteo. There's another one that we're in the process of signing. There's 2 more that are like on the finish line. So the fulfillment company for us too is a way that out of our warehouse, we can increase our revenue streams by doing what we do really well for other brands.
Yeah.
And so that's Founders Fulfillment, which if you heard at the dinner or at the lunch, Jim Nash, we're trying to get some of the Minnesota legislation to change the tobacco tax and all that. So it's like a couple steps forward. We're really excited about something. They're like, oh, we didn't realize that big hurdle existed. So
Angelo testified at the house.
At the house, yeah.
For that bill back in April. Just crushed it too.
Nice.
That was fun.
Nice.
Yep.
So there is, in a nutshell for our viewers, is basically what the Minnesota House of Representatives trying to say is that if you are a distributor and you basically distribute cigars, you're not retailing them, but they're trying to charge the same taxes.
Yeah, I can put it in a nutshell.
So explain like how they do it for wine.
Yeah. So for just straight across the board for tobacco, so if we receive 10,000 cigars today, by the 15th or the 18th of next month, I have to pay 50 cents a cigar for every cigar that I receive for the Minnesota tobacco tax.
When 99% of those 10,000 cigars are destined for a cigar shop outside the state of Minnesota.
Outside of the state of Minnesota.
And if it is in Minnesota, they have to pay that tax on top of what you pay?
No, so we prepay it. So if I sell the Perfect Ash, I say, hey, these cigars already have the tobacco tax paid on it. We charge him, so we just pass it on, so he can show on his invoices that the tobacco tax was paid upstream.
Yeah.
But so anything that stays in the state of Minnesota, that tax has been paid on. But the dumb thing about that is, in the wine and spirits world, they don't have a, what do they call, a landed tax? They have a shipping tax. So once it leaves their warehouse, that's when they pay the tax. I'm like, well, that's the same thing for tobacco. I have cigars in my humidor that are 3 years old. Like, I don't go hand to mouth with my cigars because I want to put age on them.
Yeah.
Like, I intentionally have inventory in my humidor. And so I have cigars that I paid 50 cents on 3 years ago that once I ship it out of the state of Minnesota, then I have to file it, every single person I sent to, and then they'll hopefully send me a check for that reimbursement.
Wow.
And so what we're working on with Jim Nash is that we are a national distributor.
Right.
I think the statistic I used was in 2024, we had like 464 shipments, and I think like 23 of them stayed in the state of Minnesota. So I'm like, I paid tax on 415 shipments that now I have to go get back from you. And think about this. So now I'm trying to grow my fulfillment company. I say, hey, Matt, I want to fulfill Matt's Cigars. And you, because you're responsible, you probably have 20,000 in your humidor somewhere. But great, I'll send you all 20,000 of my cigars. I'm like, that's great. Also, staple a check to the top of that pallet for $10,000 just because I have to put that in escrow now with the state of Minnesota. And you're like, yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So, and it's one of those things where it's like, ironically, Chicago and Illinois actually changed it so that Illinois is able to pay the tax once it leaves, precisely because of that. Because it's just a prepaid tax, and it stifles that. So we're trying to get it changed. So if I'm a distributor, if I'm a wholesaler, if I sell, just flip it.
Yeah.
Instead of me filing out of state, make me file in state, and then I'll pay the in-state tax. We're like, well then the burden's on you, and it's easier for you to not report that. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm committing fraud either way if I don't report it. So I'm going to get found out eventually. So either I claim 30,000 cigars the day I receive it, or over the course of a year, every time I ship 500 cigars, I just pay that tax once it leaves my warehouse. So that's what we're fighting right now, and hopefully that gets changed, because
I hope so.
Cash flow would be so much better.
Yeah. Man, so is that something that's like actively being? So it's possible that could come up for some kind of a vote.
Yeah, what's interesting is when we presented it to the House, there was no opposition. Like, no one was like, there's no opposition. And the guy actually joked, he's like, there's a sales adage, once you've made the sale, shut up. He's like, so I'm going to let you testify, but just know that you've basically won here. But then I just talked to Jim, and he's like, yeah, basically anything tobacco tax related got squashed because part of the House or part of Minnesota legislation wants to raise taxes, and so they weren't going to do anything with something that would remove a tax. I'm like, but it's not. It's just changing when you pay the tax. So we're gonna this next session coming up. Just talked to Jim. We're probably gonna run like a social media campaign around it. We're gonna get people involved. We're gonna try to get some of the shops involved and just make this more of a push about, hey, we're not removing the tax. We're just changing the timing on it.
Nice.
So yeah.
And it just makes sense,
right?
Because you're still the state is still going to get the tax. If the vendor doesn't pay the tax, either if it happens at this point in the process or this point in the process, it's still fraud.
Exactly.
And moving it to the more convenient place saves all these Minnesota businesses.
Oh my gosh.
Money.
Well, just think about it. Say you're the guy at the Department of Revenue, and I'm me, and every single month I have to send you a report of all this unnecessary paperwork to get my money back. I'm creating work for you that doesn't need to be done. You're creating work for me that doesn't need to be done. And if you can imagine what the government website is to file all these taxes, it's not like the most efficient thing on the planet. So, I mean, like, if we have a big shipment month, it could take 2 hours to do a tax report. So just like, I
hope they're able to figure that out.
Yeah.
I really do.
And the dumb thing is, too, when you talk to the people in the Department of Revenue, they're like, oh, yeah, I mean, the way that we read this, you should be doing it that way. Like, but I can't because I'm going to get audited someday, and your auditor is going to hammer me and say that I did something wrong when I'm actually following it. So it's dumb because everyone agrees that it's wrong. The tax department says I should be doing it different, but the way that it's written, you could kind of flip a coin. And so, yeah, it's kind of silly.
Oh.
If you can imagine that there's something in the government that isn't exactly streamlined.
What?
I found one.
Wow. Well, you found the it is absolute torrential downpour right now.
Well, I'm glad we're over here.
Yeah, I'm very glad we are where we are right now.
We've had fantastic weather for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It's been like the best day in September. I always am so blessed to have beautiful weather on Cigars and Baseball, and then it is just pissing rain right now.
It's angry raining.
It's angry.
It's the only time it's ever rained at Cigars and Baseball.
Yeah.
That I can remember.
Hopefully it passes quick.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be a little wet after this.
So yeah, to detour back to your original question, these are things, the fulfillment company, the events, some of the wholesale, that's how we look at our long term, where, we've got our operations center outpaces our sales right now. So we look at like we have the potential to turn this into a revenue stream. So that's how we look at ours, and we try to be a little forward thinking, think a little outside the box, as it. I don't know if you know this, but the cigar industry is sometimes a little behind the times, if you will. What? Like a cigar store that doesn't have a company email.
A cigar store that doesn't have a company. There have to be.
Oh, more
dozens, if not hundreds.
More than would be reasonable in this day and age.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And do they still have a hardline phone
with a curly
cord and a cassette tape answering machine?
Yeah, and a manual card reader. The yeah.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So if I ever came work for you guys, do I have to wear slides?
We're an equal opportunity employer.
Because I got really ugly feet. I keep them under wraps.
Well, some people are into that. So
some people like that.
Yeah.
Matt loves his slides too.
Hey, I will say I did find out why Blaine won't have a cigar lounge.
What?
So I called our warehouse is up in Blaine. And if for your listeners, if you know the makeup in the state of Minnesota, you've got a really strong presence on cigar lounges on the west side, in the south, the southeast, the east. You've got Ramsey Smoke Shop, which is like the northernmost. Yeah. And if you know Omar, you can smoke in his lounge there. But there's nothing in Blaine, which baffles me because it's a major metropolis.
And right by the golf course.
Oh, golf course, sports center, all that.
Perfect.
The airport, in case we want to,
bring it in illegally.
Quick escape.
So I called the city council because they're doing a ton of development. I said, hey, why are there no cigar lounges in Blaine? Like, is it a permitting thing? Is it a zoning thing? Like, yeah, it's a zoning thing. Like, okay, well, how do I get this zoned to have a cigar lounge? Like, well, there is a new development going in somewhere for retail, and we do have it zoned for a cigar store, but not a cigar lounge. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, well, the Minnesota Clean Air Act says that you cannot smoke in an establishment. And I was like, you do know you're interpreting that incorrectly, right? And they're like, well, no, that's how we interpret it. I was like, well, it's you guys in the city of Minneapolis that are the only two places on the planet that interpret it that way. It's like, well, that's how our city planners have chosen to interpret that. So
chosen. It's on purpose.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
It's not accidentally misinterpreting.
And here's the thing, I get it. Like if I'm a cigar lounge next to a daycare, or like a cigar lounge next to a cardiovascular,
I can understand that
clinic or something. But it's
understand.
No, the Minnesota Clean Air Act doesn't. It's not a restaurant. It's not it's a establishment that sells premium tobacco, and you know that if you're 21 entering that establishment that sells cigars, you know what you're getting. It's like you're an adult. You know what you're getting into.
You're a consenting adult, and you know that you're going to. You're consenting to walk into cigar smoke in the air.
Right.
What's ironic is that Stanford is a $4 billion health organization. So Stanford Health is like the premier sponsor for the Stanford Invitational, right? Or the international tournament. But like we're literally providing cigar experience at their dinners on during the pro-am or whatever, which is hilarious, right?
Yeah. So I finally got someone at city council to say, we that's how we're choosing to interpret the Minnesota. And I'm like, well, that's dumb, but I'm also not going to like fight the city of Blaine to try to get them to change their mind. But it's so dumb.
Let me hit the lottery and it's on.
I know. Just like call my friend Jim Nash and then have him have a judge interpret how that should be interpreted.
Yeah.
So
that's
crazy.
So that's why.
Judge. Yeah. Well,
because
I could say a lot of things that are going to get me in a lot of deep shit. I'm going to shut up right now.
So we've talked about, what does our 10-year plan look like, 5-year plan? With our fulfillment center, it means that we'll have a large commercial humidor somewhere. And again, if you think about our mindset, we always look at how can we increase our revenue streams in the same area or same footprint, where you don't increase your overhead, but you can increase your revenue streams.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be awesome to have a 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 square foot warehouse, and then on the front end of it have a 2,000 square foot lounge.
Yep.
And then you have a common door between the two humidors and create a retail space.
Why can't you build that in Forest Lake?
Does it have the traffic? Does it have the volume?
Yeah, Blaine is
Blaine is perfect, but
yeah.
Because I've heard people have tried it in White Bear. White Bear doesn't have the volume.
No.
You know, even when I talk to like James Sushio, he's like, he even thinks Blaine doesn't have the traffic. And I was like, Blaine
Blaine has the traffic.
Blaine is a hub.
Blaine reminds
Blaine
me
is like the
of
North
a Maple
Metro
Grove.
hub.
And it's growing every day.
I know.
A lot of the fields that we grew up seeing, just cornfields,
They're gone.
They're turning Highway 65 into basically like another interstate.
Yeah.
So all of those intersections that you got to stop at because it takes you 20 minutes to go like 5 miles, they're making those all overpasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in the next, I don't know, they raised like $200 million or maybe it's $2 billion in order to put all those bridges in.
5 years.
Yeah, because that's, I mean, if you look at you guys know the makeup of all the cigar lounges. Where's the one hole in the state? It's in the Northern Metro.
Yeah, North Central Metro.
It
Absolutely.
would do so well.
Yeah.
Think about the tax revenue. Think about the sales tax revenue. Think about all the stuff that would benefit a city to do
Yeah.
by having something that doesn't exist. It's not like you're adding another one. There are smoke shops,
Yeah.
but there aren't lounges. And you have such a premium clientele up there and the volume to house that. But
So I wonder if you can get away with it, is making a smoke shop and then having a private lounge
See,
right next
that's-
to it.
yeah, because that's
And you buy $100 worth of cigars from us, and you have a pass for a week or
So-
a day. Or
so you know what's
something like
funny? So we've traveled around to different states, and that's when we were in the gun industry. The gun industry is pretty consistent across the board as it relates to taxes and pricing, and you can set different price levels because there's no difference. It's no difference in state to state. Tobacco is the Wild West because each state regulates it independently. So we're in Virginia. Virginia has that where you can't serve alcohol. You can't, they have a lot of those rules. So what some stores will do is they'll say, hey, if you buy 2 cigars, you get a day pass to our private lounge. And so that's how they circumvent a lot of these things. So it's like, I wonder if there's ways where it's like, you're right. Actually, this is a completely 100% private establishment.
Yeah. Members only.
But if you buy 2 cigars, you get a day pass.
Yep.
So I don't know.
I don't mind that.
You can have memberships for guys.
Yeah, memberships.
$150 a month, and by the way, our store is right here too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where it's just a common wall with a door.
Yeah.
If somebody had the money to do so, I could see it getting around. But
Yeah.
you know,
That's the thing about doing that, and I think it's a fantastic idea, and it is a way to kind of circumvent the, maybe the regulations, but right out of the gate, your overhead is higher.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, your overhead's higher.
Yep.
And that's tough for a lot of people trying to get a smaller business off the ground. Every single nickel is.
Well, that's why we've talked too, where if we did something like that, it would be because the fulfillment company sustains itself in the space.
Yeah.
So the fulfillment company makes enough money, it sustains it in the space, the brand makes enough money, where then if we partition off 1,500, 2,000 square feet, that is ancillary. It's in the same overhead. It's in the same price structure.
Yeah.
And now we can just try to increase revenue. Because you're right. I mean, think about it, like our own cigars. Okay, we stock thousands of our own cigars.
Yeah.
Well, by owning a retail store, you know this. Now you're managing inventory of thousands of other people's cigars.
Right.
And it's, you have to buy 5 facings of this, 6 facings of that, all the stuff, stock your humidor. And that's just money sitting on your shelf right there.
Yeah.
So it's a complexity, but that's the fun part about it.
Yeah. And it's interesting too that, with consumables,
Yeah.
and there's different varieties of consumables,
Yeah.
food, drink, but cigars never expire.
No.
But you still got to move that product.
Yep.
Because you got to turn it over, and you want the
Cash is
register to
king.
ring.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
cash sitting on the shelf. So
Yeah.
we need
Yeah.
to turn it.
You need to turn it into cash.
Which, and it's funny because whenever I talk to a new shop, they all have the same problem. No matter where they're located, none of them have space. And that's
Yeah.
by design because they're running a real estate empire in their humidor. It's not cost effective to have a bunch of open shelf space because you're not maximizing your dollar per square foot. And so they should pack it to the gills. But now when I'm a new brand and I'm an unknown, They're like, hey, do I take a risk on this valuable shelf space on something that I don't know if it's going to turn? And I use the analogy all the time. Yeah, if it doesn't pay rent, it shouldn't be in your humidor. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to buy. Well, it's a different world today with everybody working from home and office buildings kind of going, closing and all this. But let's say COVID never happened. You're not going to buy Times Square. That like 4-block radius. You're not going to buy that chunk of real estate and leave 30% of the buildings
for sure
unoccupied.
Right.
Because that's financial. Well, maybe not financial suicide, but it's just not good business.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, a little bit about this event specifically, Cigar, and what the event does. But beyond just the fact that we get together and have good food, good drink, good friends, good cigars. The Miracle League of Minnesota and what this event does. I would assume that's got to be part of what keeps you guys coming back. Yeah. So talk to us about what you've learned from Kirk and, the people here at Cigars and Baseball and why it's beyond just a cigar event.
Yeah, I mean, for the people that don't know, my middle son has Down syndrome, right? So he is going to be 9 in November. We just took him to New York City. Speaking of Times Square, if you ever go to Times Square and you take your kids there and you see Mario, Spider-Man, or the big gorilla, stay away from them because they'll suck you in. And then as soon as you get your picture taken with them, then they want money. And I had to stiff arm a guy because Mario kept following us because he wanted his money.
It's me.
But so my son has played on a team for the Miracle League. In fact, my wife, who's working the table right now, was a coach for a couple of years, coaching a team over in Blaine. And they had a Miracle League, which is an inclusive ball field, and it allows kids that have a disability, whether it's intellectual or a physical disability, to be able to experience baseball.
Yeah.
And Kirk's Cigars and Baseball organization, how many years is this?
8, I believe.
18?
8.
It's only 8 years?
I
want to say, no, it's like 15 years. We've been here 5.
We've been here 4.
My numbers are off. It's been around a while. I think it's more than 8. But anyways,
yeah,
I
think
they used to do. It started tailgating in downtown Minneapolis at the Metrodome for the Twins.
Yeah, well, whenever it was still in the Metrodome.
Then it went to.
It is like 15.
Yeah, so it's been around a while. But last year, so at the luncheon, we donated, or Miracle or Cigars and Baseball donated $100,000 just to the Miracle League from last year's proceeds. So this Kirk's organization, there's like 70 some volunteers this year, all of them volunteering their time out of the goodness of our heart for a really good cause. And just bringing cigars and baseball, which is like, American history together. It's like a pastime. So it's really cool.
And it's one of those things too. When we started our brand, we looked at it because we started in the peak of COVID. And our ethos was we wanted to trick people into community. Like that was the whole reason we chose Cigars, because it's a great way to spend an hour plus with someone. You really get to know them. You don't care about skin color, how much money you make, politics, any of that, and you really get to know people.
Yeah.
And so we trademarked the community cigar. So our whole brand is about like, what can we do to help encourage community? And like, you just look around, like this is such a good community.
Yeah.
People from all different walks of life, all different business backgrounds, all the vendors, the spirits, the beer, the cigars. It's such a good community event for such a good cause too. So, it just lines up exactly with what we started our company for too. So will always be here. So
yeah,
and the guy from, the Saints, he basically said at the luncheon, you guys are going to welcome here for as long as
incredible
you guys have us.
I love
it.
So as much as I love you guys, I'm going to get the cookie girl.
Oh.
She's going to come here and we want to interview her.
Have you had the frosted sugar cookie?
Yeah, I got those.
Is that her name?
So I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's we fell in love with this event immediately. We've talked about this before, but I just feel like it's something we have to keep saying to our viewers, and that this event is worth a trip.
Oh yeah.
And we're right downtown St. Paul. There's hotels within walking distance. There's Ubers galore.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible event.
This
or a venue for a cigar event.
This trip is worth it for all the selfish reasons.
Yes.
Like just the absolute selfish.
Yeah.
Like do you like good food?
Yes.
Do you like good drinks?
Yes.
Do you like bourbons and tequilas and all the stuff around? Do you like cigars? Like come for all the selfish reasons and then realize how good of a
thing you're doing.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's just like the selfish reasons alone, but it's like this is such a solid event from what it supports and also how they pulled this off. I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us for a little while.
Yeah, always love
I
seeing
hope
you
your
guys.
booth is still dry when you get back over there.
So one last thing, we'll just
Yeah,
kind of plant a seed. So our 5 years this year, but we're releasing a 5-year anniversary cigar in combination or in commemoration, I guess, with the 250th birthday.
Oh, nice.
Of this country.
Yeah.
So it
we'll
lined
have
up perfectly.
So we'll have that cigar here next year.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Awesome. Thanks,
well,
Matt.
congrats, guys.
Appreciate you
Great
guys.
to see you guys. Brian and Angelo from Founders Cigar Company. Great to see those guys again. Good to see you, brother. Take care. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. So put on those headphones and say hello and tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Cassie Rasmussen. Eileen's Colossal Cookies. It's actually my aunt. Her name is Colleen O'Malley. She owns the cookie shop in Prior Lake. We're a cookie shop. We're about 11 years now. So yes, I brought you guys some frosted sugar, snickerdoodle, and chocolate chip. Those are probably our top 3 sellers at the store.
Goodness.
Or their top 3. They're amazing.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna dive right in if that's okay.
Yes, please do. They're good.
Oh my God.
It's on there. There's an almond frosting, and it is like the best. I'm not just saying that because I'm like working there. They're the best.
Incredible.
Yeah, they're delicious. So they're freshly baked every single day. There's tons of different flavors. These are just our top 3, so that's what we brought with us today.
Okay.
So I missed it. How long has your aunt had this company?
11 years.
11 years.
Yep,
Okay.
and it's Prior Lake.
And
yeah.
so far,
So far.
just the one location.
Yep, so they're actually, it started in Omaha, Nebraska. So there's 2 locations there, but this is the first Minnesota location.
Okay.
Yes.
So when did you become a member of the team?
So she's my aunt. So
Yeah.
from day one,
Right
you know,
away.
our family is very
How
close.
old were you when you started helping out?
Oh my gosh. Probably like 18. So
Yeah.
Oh, last year?
last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
18. And yeah, she has like a full team. I don't actually work there, but I'm in events for my normal job.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to come out and help. So it's my mom and I over there working for my Aunt Colleen.
Is this your first time at this event?
This is. And Eileen's in general, it's their first time.
And I'm curious. I'm really curious about this because although we're like cigar people,
Yes.
we have a lot of people in our families who aren't cigar people.
Yep.
So I can't wait to get this take of somebody who's not. Are you a cigar person?
No, but I'm not like, again, I just don't. I would,
Right.
but I don't.
So I'm curious. Somebody who's not a cigar person, never been to a cigar event, and this is something we call a multi-vendor cigar event.
Yep.
And it's a different special event, but it's still at its core a multi-vendor cigar event. What are your first impressions of that? Like before you got here, what were you expecting, and did it match or beat your expectations?
I think it beat it. I've heard of it before. Like I was familiar with what this was, so I kind of knew that there's a bunch of different vendors around, but I didn't know that how cigars would necessarily tie in. Like I learned everything that everyone gets when they walk through the door and that they can use their tickets to go. I think it's super cool,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a different audience that you would normally see walk into a cookie shop. So it's also super cool to be here and kind of get that different, because like as you can imagine, it's a lot of like moms coming in for their kids' birthday parties or like
Sure.
teachers. So
Yeah.
it's definitely it's fun to kind of have a different audience try all these cookies and just be here with all the vendors.
Yeah.
And your cookies go actually very well with cigars.
And so the Boathouse brothers that are next to us, they're also located in Prior Lake. They actually took one of her cookies and mixed it in a beer, like the flavor. So it was like a key lime beer that they had in Prior Lake for a while, like an entire season.
Okay.
And it was based off of one of the Eileen's cookies. So that's fun too. So she's always down to partner with people and do stuff like that. But yeah.
And of everything, and I know that the things rotate on the menu, and you'll have like seasonal maybe cookies sometimes or whatever, but what's your favorite?
My favorite personally is a monster cookie, like the monster oatmeal. Best ever, can never go wrong. I'm not like a sweets person in general, but I could eat these. I'm not just saying that 'cause it's like my family, but I could eat them all the time. Like the frosting, the almond frosting is just so different than something you would get anywhere else. Like it's just so good and different. But they have like, I don't know if you get like in the winter they do molasses and gingerbread and everything like that, and then in the summer they do like thin mint. Or in the Girl Scout season, they'll do like a thin mint cookie.
Yeah.
They've done like pumpkin or lemon cookies in the summer.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they're seasonal, but those, if you like lemon, those are like the all-time cookie. They're there every summer. They're so good. And then they do like a cherry Kool-Aid cookie too.
Oh my gosh.
And then, sorry, I'm like bragging, but they're literally ice cream sandwich cookies. Like they do everything. You can buy their dough. You can buy their frosting, so it's super cool how you can literally go there and
I'm moving to Prior Lake
because I'm gonna eat half the box tonight.
But it's something too, like I didn't think about this, but now that she works there, any event that I go to, or if it's someone's birthday at work, or like a new neighbor, like she custom designs, like they did my wedding, and so it was we had our dog, a picture of our dog like unfrosting on our cookie, and she can literally do any event logos, and so it's really fun. It's just something different to bring somewhere. That's like a fun surprise and delight, but it's like a dessert that everyone will love. So
And you said that you don't work for the company full time, you help out when you can. And you said you're an event planner, or you work in a I am. So an event of this scale, with how many dozens of different vendors and you've got facilities, you've got all the stuff. When you come to an event like this, because that's what you deal with on a daily basis, are you kind of trying to not do the math in your head and all that?
Well, I'm also like taking notes. Like this event has been amazing. I can't speak highly enough. Like when I pulled up into I'm attending as a vendor. I'm not a part of the team, so it's definitely fun to be because normally I'm on the team. So it's fun to be on the other side, see how it operates, see there's literally nothing I think that they could do better. It was so smooth. Like you pull up, they unload your car. They're great to work with. The amount of people that have come by. Do you need anything? Do you need what? Like it's so great. But yes, it is so fun to go to other events because I'm corporate, so it's not quite like this. So it's always fun to come to an event that's not centered around like business. Stuffy. It's centered around business corporate people. It's like this is definitely more relaxed.
Absolutely.
People are more open and fun versus when they're in like business and work mode. So
it's a community event.
And it's cool that like they give back and everything that they do. It's awesome. So
well, we are very grateful for the cookies.
I enjoy them. Bring them home.
I think a trip to Prior Lake is
in order.
And I think I cannot wait until your next location opens in the North
Hopefully
Metro.
soon.
North Metro.
We'll see. I'll write it down. I'll tell her. I'll report back.
Blaine would be
Okay,
perfect.
is that where you guys are?
Well, closer than Prior Lake.
Okay, got it. I'll report back.
So, is there any questions you have for us about the cigar community or
the world of cigars?
The world of cigars.
So I guess like when you have guests, do you always is this type of stuff what you would do, or would you normally have guests come into your studio? Is that your main focus? Like how do you?
Oh, like for the podcast? So
I'm going more towards
it's okay.
Cigars.
9 times out of 10, we will invite somebody who owns a cigar company or owns a cigar shop
or a master blender
or something like that, and we'll reach out to them and schedule a date, and they'll come on remotely from wherever they are. So it's kind of like Zoom, but it's live streamed.
Okay.
And we love to get people's stories. We ask them about how they got started in the cigar business, what got them interested in cigars. And for some people, they're new to the business, but they said, I'm interested in this, so I want to make it a business. And other people, they grew up with it. You know, because there are some cigar companies that go back generations of families. So, yeah.
How did you guys all get interested in, or how did it start for you guys? Before the podcast, or maybe the podcast started it for you, I don't know.
Before the podcast, well, I've enjoyed cigars off and on for more years than I'm going to say, but a long time. And I, then about 15 years ago, I started to get more and more into it. And I started to get more into, instead of just buying cigars to share with friends a couple times a year, I started reading books and getting interested in the stories. And then I started writing articles and doing product reviews for another cigar media website for a while.
Okay.
And a little ways into that, I realized, okay, I really want to start my own thing, but more a visual, like podcast kind of a thing. So
interesting.
That's cool. And I met these guys through the Minnesota cigar community. So we have groups on social media that will talk about cigars. We'll get together at places and
the HERF.
And enjoy cigars, and honestly, 9 times out of 10, the cigars get lit, and within a few minutes, we're talking about life. We're talking about our families. We're talking about our struggles. We're talking about the game. Whatever it may be.
And another thing is, when you light one of these up, you can talk about politics and religion, and it doesn't get heated.
Yeah.
It doesn't get personal. It's just we're just talking over burnt leaves. You know, and I think that's one of the things that is special about the cigar community.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do some more research and learn more. I've been around, like, my family smokes cigars. I just don't know, a ton about them or like anything like that.
You'll never learn. Nobody. No. I know people who have been in the cigar business for 50 years.
Yeah.
And they still say, I don't know everybody. I don't know everything.
Very interesting, because I feel like a lot of it too is like people collect them. People want to go and do all of these different, like, all of these vendors here. It's like, what's the difference between all of their cigars? Like, it's so interesting. It's kind of similar to like when you would try different types of alcohol or something. Yeah. But it's just very different.
So similar to cookies.
Yes.
So
different
there's
flavors.
A lot of different places where you can go to buy cookies.
Yep.
In general, the ingredients and what the cookies are made up of at all these different shops, they're similar materials.
Okay.
Same is true with cigars. It's the way that the people, like, somebody will put a spin on a recipe.
Yep.
And make it just different enough and just special enough from another cookie shop, and people become interested in that. And then they do good business. They're a good person. They're good with customer outreach and things like that. And the same is true with a cigar brand.
Got it.
That they have similar materials, but they can come up with something just different enough where it's unique. And then they have quality and interesting packaging, and they're good with customer outreach, and then they just like a cookie company, they try to build it up from there. So they're kind of similar in that way.
Interesting. Is there like one where it's like, that is the best cigar I've ever had? You remember it? Do you have multiple? Is that a thing?
I mean, there are some examples of that. I can't name like a singular one, but there are some like a handful of examples, over the years. Most of them, though, it's not about the cigar, it's about the moment.
Yep.
I remember a cigar from my honeymoon.
Yep,
and I remember a cigar from
hunting or fishing. If you're on a boat and all of a sudden the sunset comes up and you're sparking one, that cigar tastes 10 times better just because of that moment that you're in.
For sure. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I highly recommend it. It's a great community of people.
Nice. How long have you guys been coming to this? Is this yours?
This is our 4th year at Cigars and Baseball. Awesome. The podcast is almost 8 years.
Well, congrats. That's so exciting. This event is great. So.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We just hit our 300th episode last Monday.
That's right.
Congratulations.
you.
Yay.
Very exciting.
Well, I'll have to tune in next time.
Yeah,
and
go anywhere.
subscribe and everything.
Yeah, check out How About That Cigar. It's
Perfect.
We have a good time. We love doing
Love it. Awesome.
Yeah, we're not too stuffy.
Except my kind of crowd. Love it. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so
thanks.
much for the cookies
Of course.
and thank you for your time.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
It's great meeting you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Put them down. Just drop them anywhere. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Good to meet you.
Thanks again. Nice meeting you.
Much appreciated. Thanks so much. Yeah, those cookies are dangerous. I'm gonna be in there. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Nash
Yeah.
was supposed to come back 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay,
So-
that's all right. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, those cookies are dangerous.
So that rain cooled it off a little bit.
Yeah, it's not bad actually.
Yeah.
It only rained for what, 10 minutes?
Oh no, it was going for about 15,
Oh, was
20,
it?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay. Oh, is it blurry? I wonder what it's focusing on.
My bald head.
So, I think it's focusing on the ashtray right here. What if I move this? Nope. Is it focusing on the cookies? On the box of cookies? I don't know. It tends to focus on things that are glossy. That seems a little better, maybe, perhaps,
Like a back
mayhaps,
chair or something.
perchance.
Here, I got it.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're just trying to make sure the camera's focusing properly and all that good stuff.
Got Nash's number. Give him a text.
Yeah, let's see if we can get State Rep Jim Nash on the show. Don't spill those cookies. I'm sending him a text right now.
I love having different people on a show like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you got her over here. That's really cool. And a small company, started in Nebraska, got a location now in Minnesota, starting to grow a little bit. I love it.
So when I walk by, I grab a couple cookies, and I go, "So which one of you ladies want to be interviewed?" She's like, "I do." She goes, "I was going to bring you guys some cookies earlier." I said, "Well,
She
come on
did. I
down."
saw her walking by here, and we were like deep mid conversation, and she was kind of holding the box. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I feel kind of bad. Did she mean to give us that entire box
Yes.
of cookies?
She said
Really?
The whole thing was for us.
That's a lot of cookies. Holy cow! Okay, I just didn't want to assume that the whole box of cookies was for us, and then she's like, "Oh, I was passing these around to everybody," and so yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was. Sorry, I'm still trying to text.
We got Nash and our friend from General that were supposed to stop by and get interviewed.
All right, I just shot him a text. Hopefully he's.
You got his number?
Yeah, I
I thought
yeah.
I had him in my phone. I don't. So yeah, and you know what? Even that rain hasn't thinned out the crowd. They
That's
came in
true.
here for a little bit and then they went back out there. There's been some lightning though too.
Got some lightning.
You got to get up and use the bathroom.
You talk just for a minute. I'm gonna go, and I think because it's getting darker now, and it
You're
was
gonna
so
adjust the
bright
lights?
before that, I'm gonna reset the backlight setting on that camera, and I think that may help with the focus.
All right, so
keep talking.
I will talk. So what'd you think of those cookies? You had the snickerdoodle and you had the chocolate chip.
Yeah, they're delicious.
That one with the almond frosting is phenomenal. Here he is.
Hello, hello.
How you doing, sir?
I'm well, and yourself?
Wonderful. We're gonna adjust these lights real quick.
Okay.
Because my bald head is shining too bright on the TV, so I'm gonna adjust those real
You
quick.
gotta look pretty for the fans.
Yes. It's hard, but I can do it. Headset.
What's that?
Put your headset on.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I still look like the sun.
Bright and shiny.
Right off this big forehead.
Dude, I've got a 5 head, so I get it. Most people have 4 heads. I have a 5 head.
That's better. Calm it down a little bit. Perfect. So, for all of you people out there that don't know who this is, this is Mr. Nash.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
I'm great. Glad to be here.
And you are our biggest advocate in Minnesota.
I appreciate that.
I would say that.
It's been a lot of fun. So I serve in the legislature. For folks that don't know, I'm State Representative Jim Nash. And I was fortunate enough to carry the bill that lowered the tax on premium cigars. Lowered it. So we got it passed from $3.50 a stick to 50 cents a stick. And that was great. And it's been 8 years.
Yep.
And I've been in and out of the majority, and I've been able to hold it off each time. But we're not done yet. We have other things to talk about.
But let's just talk about that part.
Oh, sure.
How it affects the cigar buyer itself.
Correct.
How much more money we have to pay, and what does that do? That makes us go online and buy online cigars rather than buy at our local brick and mortars.
Correct.
Which
So
actually hurts Minnesota, right?
it absolutely does. So what the bill did was it said that anybody who buys a cigar from a brick and mortar in Minnesota, that tax used to be $3.50, it's now 50 cents. So what does that do for the buyer? Well, obviously it puts $3 more in your pocket to buy other cigars. It takes it from, a crazy amount of tax in just a box. And, some people buy boxes, some people buy a handful of cigars, you never know. But, oh, wow.
You want one?
No, I got to drive. I don't want to be that guy. So what does it do for the average person who will go to one of the many brick and mortar shops here in the state of Minnesota is it gives them less incentive to go online. And as I said many, many times and earlier today, it makes it so that you don't want to go to one of the online vendors and buy what's likely to show up as an unhumidified cigar. Because everyone's done that, right? I mean, the online vendors are very good at filling your inbox saying, oh, you're going to get this amazing cigar. It's going to be great. And it's all the brands that you like. But not many of them show up with a Boveda pack on board, and they show up dry. But it also gives you the opportunity to invest in your community and to have the community invest in you because, how many school groups will go to a shop and say, oh, we're looking for donations. Or we'd like you to invest or sponsor our softball team or our baseball team or whatever. But also for those of us that like going to cigar shops, it preserves the opportunity to go to a brick and mortar and have that cigar community present in your community.
And tell me if I'm wrong on that, but the taxes have went up for, I should say, haven't went up, but the revenue has been bigger for the state.
Correct.
When they dropped it down to 50 cents, right?
The gross receipts, the total amount of money that shows up at the state coffers has been more with it at 50 cents than it was at $3.50. So, it has, if you talk to people who sell cigars, like cigar reps, they'll tell you that it made their livelihood better. And we're talking about, again, it's a thing that it's a legal product that had forever and a day been demonized. And people were saying, oh, you're big tobacco. Well, show me a high schooler that sneaks out behind the bleachers between classes and smokes a $15 cigar. I don't know anybody.
No.
Yeah.
And so I've never carried a bill for the cigarette industry because I don't believe in I don't like their product. I love cigars. I've loved cigars for a long time. So I've taken my opportunity as a state representative to make the most out of that. And the bill that we passed revolutionized things. And I speak at national conferences about how we did that. And there are a lot of other states that still have not gotten there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now tell us about the bill you're working on now.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 bills I'm working on right now. One is, so when a cigar wholesaler in the state of Minnesota gets a shipment from one of the manufacturers, and let's say they order, 1,000 cigars from one of the makers. The minute it comes into their warehouse, the state of Minnesota taxes them at that 50-cent rate, but that wholesaler may not sell it to just a Minnesota retail store. They might sell it to Wisconsin, or if it's hard to get in another state, people will shop around and say, hey, oh, you've got boxes? Send me 10 boxes. But the state of Minnesota collects that tax up front, and then it's taken sometimes up to 3 years to refund what is owed to the wholesaler. And it's just outrageous when you consider it's not the state of Minnesota's money.
Yeah.
So it is something that I worked on, and we had it really, really close. And then because the drama and politics of late session deal making, it didn't happen. The tax bill almost didn't happen. But we're going to get it done. And what it will do is, so your average wholesaler will now have the shipments come in. They will say, these 25 boxes, they are staying in Minnesota, but these other 10 are going to be shipped somewhere else, so don't tax us. And they'll, we've talked about whether they put up a deposit ahead of time, it's a much smaller number, so that if they break the deal, then some of that money can be captured. So what it will do is the wholesalers, and we had lunch with a bunch of them today, right, guys?
Yeah.
It's going to make their cash flow better. And if you've ever been in business, what do we know? Cash flow is king.
Yeah.
So that's one bill. The other bill, and this will benefit your listeners if we can get it done, is to allow a cigar shop to also sell a shot of whiskey or maybe a pizza. And there's a lot of regulations that have to go in and around that. But, one of the things that I said when I was passing the first bill is, if you pass this, no one's going to die. No one will die if, our friend Mark at Stogie's on Grand, if Mark wanted to open a place where you could get a shot. I'm a single malt Scotch guy, so if I wanted to have, a Bunnahabhain 12, which is one of my favorites. If I wanted to do that and a cigar, that's now possible. That's going to be a little bit of a bigger lift, but I think that if your online folks are chatting, live streaming back to you, they'll say, "Oh heck yeah, let's do that."
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to go and have the complete experience, right? So
yeah.
I mean, I did this when I was on my deck and you were in your garage.
Yep.
And on my deck, I can do whatever the heck I want.
Exactly.
If I want to have a single malt, great. If I want to have a beer, also great. But I should have options available to me, and it's not that everybody has to do it.
Right.
It's that we're going to make it so that they could do it if they want.
Nobody's going to drag you in and pour scotch down your throat and put a lit cigar in your mouth.
Yeah.
I've never been to such a place, but I would go. I would go.
So that is going to help the consumer, right? That's going to help us.
Yeah.
What do you say to the lounges that exist now that are worried about the bigger chains of cigar lounges that have beverages like the Big Burn, Rocky Patel Burn, that will come in and maybe put a press on some of those smaller lounges?
That's a conversation we still have to have.
Okay.
Because a lot of the cigar lounge owners are my friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I built those friendships when I went to battle to get them the bill that we did. But I think that they would benefit too. I mean, it's all about, do you want to take a chance? And some of the bigger stores, the bigger folks, they would come in, they're going to be seen for what they are, for showing up and trying to muscle the little guy out.
Yeah.
And what I know about Minnesota is usually on the side of the little guy.
Yeah.
So
that was when we had first talked about that bill. I brought it up to a couple owners, and that's what they were worried about. Is the bigger chains coming in and kind of boxing them out.
Yeah, and one of the things that we've talked about to mitigate that is what percentage of your revenue in aggregate comes from the sale of whatever. So
yeah,
maybe tailor it in such a way so that the law enables smaller shops to do this and would make it harder for the big guys to come in.
So it'd have to be like 75% of your money coming in has to be cigar.
Correct.
Or money going out, I should say.
Yeah.
Has to be cigar.
Yeah.
Then a 25% food or alcohol.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And if you know about this, bars that sell food, they have to have a certain percentage of their revenue that comes from food. I think it's 30%.
Okay.
So there's a framework out there that exists, but what I know is, having been to other states that have this, it's a great experience.
Yes.
And didn't our neighbors just get this pass?
Yeah.
Wisconsin just did?
Yeah, they did. And like I said before, no one's dead. No one died.
Yeah, no one. Yeah.
And the only place I know of right now is JD Hoyt's, where on the patio you can have a beverage, you can have your dinner, and you can have a cigar. That's the only one in Minnesota that allows that, really, right?
Yeah.
Also, and this is just for me personally, is there a law against a cigar lounge selling NA beers?
That's one that I have to figure out the exacts on. I'm not sure. I don't think so, because it's not actually an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
So, I don't drink NA, so I
do.
Okay. Well,
I know you like scotch.
Yeah.
But...
Well, and for people who are in recovery,
that's
a really important thing to make sure that we're covering all the bases. So,
and even our friends that do drink beer, if they know they can go have a dark IPA or dark whatever it is beer while they're having a cigar at a lounge, they might be apt to drink more NA beers just so they don't, have that experience.
Right, and they don't get pulled over having been overserved.
Yeah.
If I could, I know that, and we've talked about this on your show before. The cigar consumer has no real strong political affiliation one way or another, and I wanted to take a moment to say, a year ago here, my friend Senator John Hoffman was with us at lunch. And a lot of your listeners probably see Jim Nash, Republican whip, and they say, "Oh, he's nothing but a Republican." It's I could not have gotten a lot of these things done without a bipartisan effort.
Yeah.
And my buddy John Hoffman, we agree on maybe 11 things, but he is doing better. He's recovering from being shot 9 times, and it is a horrible shame where we find ourselves right now, that folks who have opinions on things have to fear for our lives because we have opinions on things. We're trying to do what's best. But I don't know if John's watching, but shout out to John Hoffman, because John has been a very helpful partner in a lot of this. And, the guy is making a strong comeback.
Yeah, that's good
wonderful
to hear.
Yeah.
I was going to actually bring that up, and I'm glad that you did. I really appreciate that you did, because we've talked for years on this show that we're not going to talk about politics or religion, but there are some times that
you need to.
Yeah.
And it's not even about politics and religion. This is about, there's just so much stirring up in people's hearts that and we've seen so much senselessness of, just like you said, simply for people's political opinions, or either their political opinions or their opinions on social issues, that it's just become something I never dreamt in my entire life that I would see.
I never thought we would be here. So I go to a lot of the different shops, and I've been to places that have outside cigar patios. And when I sit down, some of the people that roll in there, if I'm local, they'll know who I am. But a couple of times I've just been quiet, not Representative Jim Nash. I'm just a guy having a cigar. Here's what I found out on umpteen different occasions. I sat next to a guy who was a heart surgeon. Then the guy next to him was a welder. The next guy owned a retail store. And the next guy had retired from the military. No one gave 2 craps about what you did. They were there to have a nice afternoon that they could relax having a cigar. And I don't care. I honestly, I don't care what your paradigm is when we're having a cigar. We use the term, brothers of the leaf, right?
Yeah.
we don't have to agree on everything. I mean, in my own caucus of Republicans, we don't agree on everything. In my own house, married for 35 years, my wife does not agree with me on everything, and she will routinely point out that I am intrinsically dumb. But it is how you handle that criticism that is very important.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like I said of John Hoffman, and even of my friend, the late Melissa Hortman. Melissa and I, once again, we didn't agree on everything, but we had a great respect and friendship for one another because there were things that were necessary to the operation of the House of Representatives or that were good for the people of Minnesota. Like, and I'm diverting us in a little bit, but I think
I think it's great.
You guys have watched. I think you and I follow each other on social media,
Yeah.
and I think you and I follow each other. I passed a bill for the last 2 years, 2 different bills on child abuse. I grew up as an abused kid, and for 17 years of my life, my dad beat the living crap out of me, and I decided to finally do something with it and pass some bills that would benefit kids in the state of Minnesota. Hortman helped. And when they were in the complete majority, I went to her. I said, "Look, this is personal to me. This is not just Jim Nash Republican red meat bills. I need this bill to pass because children in this state need this bill to pass." And what that bill was that mandatory reporters could not have their report diverted away by their boss or their manager or whatever. She helped me get the bill passed. And a lot of people don't know that story. And a lot of people don't know that this last time that I passed yet another bill that was focusing on child abuse, and what it said was that if you're a mandatory reporter, you have to have a prescribed number of hours of training. And again, I went to her, and we're in a tie house, so I needed only one vote because my caucus would put the vote up. But I went to her. I said I would like to have everybody vote for this bill.
Yeah.
And I feel blessed. I get a lot of TV time and I get a lot of radio and I'm in the newspaper and blah, blah, blah. None of that mattered. What it mattered at the time was that we come together as people who have been sent to St. Paul to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And to do the right thing. So once again, for your listeners who I guarantee you there are Democrats and Republicans
Absolutely.
and libertarians and Methodists and fundamentalist people and, everyone in between. Take heart that we are not what the TV news would tell you that we are.
Yeah.
That we're always fighting each other and, that you're probably throwing chairs and all that. None of that happens. None of that happens.
Yeah.
We're down there to do good things for the state of Minnesota, both for the cigar industry and for kids.
Yeah.
And that celebrating a difference of opinion is an important thing.
Celebrating it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's such a great word to use for it because that used to be the norm.
Yeah.
We'd celebrate. We'd celebrate spirited discussions.
Well, think back to when President Reagan would, on every Friday, would have a beer with Tip O'Neill.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about two guys that agreed on nothing.
Yeah.
They agreed on nothing.
Yeah.
But they took a time to sit down and sort of shake off all the artificial stuff that the press and the media and people put on you. Like if you watch me on the floor in video, I'm an animated debater. And I will espouse very firmly my perspective on certain things. But after the cameras stop rolling, a lot of the people on the other side of the aisle are friends.
Yeah.
And I just wish more people saw that. And it would explain, how did we get the bill done for this? Well, because I had friends that I could get to listen to me long enough to say, oh, this is a good bill. If you were following the bill way back in the day, there was a lady from Smoke-Free Minnesota or whatever it was. And she goes, oh, all you rich Republicans in your $1,000 suit sitting here smoking cigars that you lit with a $100 bill. That's not who this is.
No.
I guarantee you, we've got people walking by us. Not everybody does the same thing for a living.
We've got bricklayers, we've got attorneys, we've got state lawmakers, we've got firefighters,
police,
yeah.
Every nurses, doctors, name a walk of life.
Yeah.
Gay, straight, black, white.
Yeah.
Name a walk of life, and they're here.
And I am here to pass bills that will help
Minnesota.
Help Minnesotans.
Yeah.
Not every Minnesota will agree with my perspective, that's fine. I welcome the conversation.
Yeah. So because of, the violence used to achieve a political end, and violence at its worst possible form that we've seen over the last few months. We've seen it here in Minnesota on our own doorstep. We've seen it on a national stage. For anybody out there, regardless of anything, who says that kind of thing is, I'm on board with that. If you had an opportunity to sit down with them and talk with them for 10 minutes,
yeah,
how would you try to? I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
How would you try to change their mind?
I would first say that if you're from my side of the aisle and you think that that's right, I don't want you speaking for my side of the aisle. I don't.
Yeah.
I believe that when we're in the forum of changing policy, emotions will run high. There are people who are adamantly against cigars and cigarettes and all forms of tobacco, and I welcome them to say, Nash, I hate your bill because I just hate tobacco. But I don't think that they're going to shoot me over that. But a lot of folks out there that honestly, they're in need of mental health. I would say that if you believe that solving something in that area, you need some mental health help.
Yeah.
Because our country was not predicated on that.
Yeah.
Our university system is an equal and open exchange of ideas. That's how it should be. Inside the firehouse, not everybody agrees on probably sometimes even how to put out a fire, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's okay to disagree. It's realizing that next level is not something that is necessary.
Yeah.
And if somebody were sitting down and we were talking, I'd say, look, I think you are a little too much emotionally attached to this issue if you're trying to take it to that level, and that is not what we're about. And now
rain's coming through.
As Forrest Gump would say, it's a sideways rain. It's a big old fat rain.
Itty bitty stinging rain.
It's a stinging rain. Sometimes it would even rain from below.
Yeah, this is great. We're under an awning and we're starting to get kind of poured on.
Do we need to pause so you guys can cover up the gear and not have it melt?
I think we may want to save the gear.
Yeah. Well, let me say thanks for having me on. I always appreciate it. If folks want to reach out, I'm the easiest guy to get a hold of, and it's rep.jim.nash@house.mn.gov.
All right.
Give me a buzz.
Well, Jim, thank you, brother, for being on the show.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Keep doing what you're doing. We thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So I think,
I think we'll pack up.
I think we want to. I'm going home.
No.
All right.
I think we want to say a great big thank you.
Thank you guys for watching.
To all our viewers and listeners of How About That Cigar. Thanks for joining us for another Cigars and Baseball.
I mean, we're a little short of our goal.
Yeah. But
we didn't beat our 5.5 hours, but
the rain's starting to
easy, brother.
Starting to hit us. Thank you, brother. So we are gonna say thank you and good nights. And if you guys want any more information, we want to see you at Cigars and Baseball. Everybody needs to come to Cigars and Baseball. So you weren't able to make it this year. We understand. Be sure, sign up for How About That Cigar, or sign up for Cigars and Baseball 2026. That's going to be on September 17th. And we'll have more information about it. And if you want even more information about it, go to cigarsbaseball.com. You can also find them. Just search Cigars and Baseball on Instagram and Facebook. And I think that's all we got.
That's it.
So thank you guys very much. As always, burn cigars,
not bridges.
Thanks, guys.
Any comments, opinions, viewpoints, or statements presented or uttered by guests on the HBTC podcast, HBTC live video streams, and all other media from HBT Media LLC are solely those of the individual and do not necessarily represent the opinions or viewpoints of How About That Cigar or its parent company, HBT Media LLC, any of our advertising partners, or the premium cigar industry. The primary purpose of How About That Cigar is to entertain and to encourage activity and growth within the community of people who enjoy or want to learn about the enjoyment of premium cigars.